Oh, crap. What it do, ladies and gentlemen? Your boy left his microphone, and I would like to grab that, so I will. But before I do, today we're talking Matrix, okay? If you're here, you're probably wondering either one, what is the Matrix? Two, how do you escape the Matrix? Three, if you haven't escaped the Matrix, like I say, you might be wondering why, or three, four, you might just actually be out of the Matrix. So definitely start off and just go ahead and vote. Today, I'm actually going to share some animal interpretations, okay, some oracle cards about how to guide us through everything I just said. All right. I did watch The Matrix 4. I do want to explain some of the subliminal meanings. I'm really excited because this plays a lot into, let's say, the metaverse. This plays a lot into virtual reality. This plays a lot into Neuralink. If you don't know what those terms are, we're going to clarify that. But it's like the simplicity of it is we are so clearly living, excuse me, in the matrix. Wow, we are so clearly living in a matrix that it's time for us to respond um, in a way that we really make a decision about this red pill, blue pill thing. Okay, we really need to take inventory, personal opinion. Um, take inventory. We need to take stock on, is this the reality that you're currently living that you want to keep living, or do you actually crave more? And then to also understand that it's okay to crave more. So I do have 5 cards that I already have pulled out for you. And the first one we're going to talk about is, what is the current conflict? What is the current conflict? And I did this collectively for all of us. What is the conflict that we're going to face? What part of the matrix are we trapped in personally? And so this is really interesting. That said, let me grab my microphone. I'm going to come back. I'm going to give you 5 cards, 5 oracle meanings on the matrix, what that is. And before I do go, the simplicity of the matrix is, at least in the movie itself, it's this computer generated reality, right? You're plugged in, and it's like you're living the ideal dream. You're living the ideal life, hopefully, understanding that we are creators of our reality, right? So it's like, just because we have the potential to create that reality doesn't mean we're not living a crappy lifestyle, right? Good morning, good morning. Uh-huh. Alicia, what's up? I heard you said we went to school. Can you please let me know what school that was? Because I've been to so many schools in my life. I'm a Scorpio rising, and it's like, your boy was moving around a lot of schools. Um, so we're really going to talk about how this whole Matrix, I can't even call it trilogy because there's 4 now. So whatever you call 4, the Matrix 1, 2, 3, 4, how it plays out in our real life, how we are um, Elisha. So CCSU, no? Nick was your main man's. I remember I went to MLC with him. You talk about Nick? Yup. Comcast. Yup. I thought that was you, quite frankly, but this definitely clarifies it. So thank you for joining in today. I do have a couple people who might call in. Okay, I'm kind of having fun with this today. I might just leave the microphone alone. I'm kind of having fun with this today. I might have a couple people call in on speaker to kind of speak about a little bit of their insight about how we're currently living the matrix, how it's been in our face, what keeps us trapped. All right, and just to throw this simply out there from the jump, what's keeping us trapped is our dependence on technology. Now, I say that very clearly, and I say it again: our dependence on technology. It is not that technology is evil, okay? It is not that it's the bringer of all doom. It's like, no, like the whole key is the integration of technology with human existence. However, the integration is not a reliance. All right. So you find yourself unable to not always in every corner touch that cell phone, unable to sit and quiet without having the TV running in the background, whether you have it running while you're going to sleep. Okay. Television. It's a program. Okay. Like let's break down some of this stuff. It's like it's telegraphing your vision in a direction that we need to widen our perception. Okay, literally, did you hear what I just said? Television. It's telegraphing your perception. You know, you ever have a so Elisha he went to school with me and was playing basketball. I don't know if he was playing with me specifically, but we were playing basketball at CCSU. You know, you do a no look pass, right? Or you look directly in this direction, you make the pass. I'm telegraphing that I'm going to throw the pass there. So it's like we're television. Understand how it programs us. In just one example, it's like it's telegraphing, okay, the vision for us. It's staring us in a direction. It's saying, look, this is what you want. And it's like, we need to take more inventory, more stock, and become more aware about, is this what I really want? Thank you guys for those thumbs up. I appreciate it. This is Pernell Bobby, your astrotherapist. I'm going to be using astrology today, all right, to help you navigate and improve your response to suffering. All right. I'm also going to be using some oracle cards. I did pull out 5 for you, and we're going to go through the conflict that we're currently facing, let's say as a humanity. What can we expect today, all right, to help us navigate through this conflict, if you will, as well as what have we forgotten. And so I pulled cards for each of this. What have we forgotten, and how can we remember who the fuck we are so that we can get to the next space? And I pulled an overall card just for overall message. You're going to really enjoy that one. So you got to stay tuned. Definitely hit that like and subscribe button. And I pulled a bonus message to finish it off. So I pulled 5 cards, and I just really got this deck. I love it. It's in the back here. I'll leave that there for the moment. It's an animal spirit deck. And this is about to be lit. Yo, I'm telling you. So anybody that wants to call in, definitely do that. What's up, Blue Flame? How you doing? Anybody wants to call in, you have my WhatsApp? Do it. Do it. Because I'm telling you, this is exactly what I'm going to do. I think I got my guy from Colombia on the line as well. And I told him he's talking about actually coming on and do a little animal skit. He works with puppets and stuff to tell stories about the Matrix, about this illusion of separation. Okay. This is one of the big keys about the Matrix, right? So I'm telling you, if you have my WhatsApp, call in. We're gonna get you on here. I'm gonna put you on speaker, and we're gonna talk back and forth. If you don't have that, let a brother know in the chat if you want to call in and you don't have my WhatsApp, and I'll go ahead and send that to you. So let's get real interactive. This is how we step away, like I said, from the illusion, being that we're separated, okay? Being that I need to go off and do this alone. It's like, no, that's not true. Like, I have so many beautiful minds, like Blue Flame. I've seen some of her work. I follow her YouTube channel, so check her out, guys. Check her YouTube channel out. I think you're gonna really enjoy it. Her mind is it's expansive, and so it's like we don't have to do this alone. This is the whole point of the Matrix. It's like we are not in this alone. And in the movie, it's like when Neo, the latest one, when Neo finally met back up with Trinity, right? You don't have WhatsApp. That's okay. I do have a regular phone number too. I try not to use it too much because I'm barely in the country. So it's like, you're gonna catch me while I'm in the US, but when I'm out of the US, you will have no contact. That's why I rock with WhatsApp first. But here's what I'll do. How can I get this? There's no messaging system. And honestly, I'm an INFP. Boom. So most of my people I haven't met. And that's all over. This is all over, Elisha. This is the best part. It's like, because, like I said, I'm going to help you use astrology to help navigate this. So during Sagittarius season, the South Node in Sagittarius went through some soulmate rebirths. Okay, like literally, like blazed. You might have noticed that all the other people, I'll be going live this evening. Starseeds have a message. All the other people who no longer fit your values, you're gonna notice that they all been cleared out. You might have noticed a bit of space even in the middle where it seemed like, damn, I ain't got nobody. But all that really did was it was introducing new soulmates. So Elisha, think about it for a second, right? You're an INFP, I'm an INFP. It's like you and I met years ago. What is that, 8 years or something ago? And it's like all in between we had no contact, right? So it's like you lost track with soulmate, you lost track with tribe, people who are going to resonate and speak that real, you know what I'm saying? Speak beyond the illusion, speak beyond the Matrix, speak beyond the programming. And now I rock with ENFPs. ENFPs and me and ENFPs, we fucking get along. We just click. You know, y'all really helped me to come out of my character. So it's like now this new soulmate interactions, bonds, your tribe has just been reactivated. Same thing with Blue Flame, right? She's been out there. I've been out there, but we just connected maybe, I don't know, like a couple weeks ago for the first time, like 2 weeks ago. So we do have our squad out there. And this is exactly what the Matrix is trying to detour us from. This is the subliminal message that is triggering in our subconscious mind when we watch these shows, when we watch these movies. Understand that movies, cartoon shows, like the producers who have the mind and the imagination to create such masterpieces that unlock our subconscious patterns and invite new soulmate connections that are actually more aligned. These are angels in disguise, if you will. These are your guardians. You know what I mean? It's like these TV shows. Think about how clever the Matrix had to be back in like 1999 to already start talking to us about red pill, blue pill. You feel me? Now, here is one of the big keys with this red pill, blue pill concept. You have to choose if you want to step in or step out or be a part of or not when it pertains to the Matrix. You have to make the choice. It's like you can't. This is the same thing that happened in the Matrix 4 as a part of review and explanation. It's like Trinity had to decide herself, and Neo gave her that option. So for the first time, as strong and as powerful as he was, he realized that being the one isn't more important than being one. Can I get a Ralph Smart on that one? Slow motion in the chat. My boy Ralph. My boy Ralph. Yo, listen. Being the one, okay, let's say this is neonism, doesn't mean you listen. When you really have the mindset of whether you accept it or not, being the one of you, what you really recognize is that we are one. Like it is that plain and simple. And this is this 333 portal that just pulled up on us, right? On December 21st, 2021. That was a 333 portal. And so that 333 means oneness. This is why twin flames pull up on us to get us back on track. Oneness, even if it's not your exact twin flame, an archetype. We would have just all went through archetypes, right? Where we met people who reminded us to love ourselves, to bring ourselves back into balance. And so it's like, I thank those people that came out. I thank those relationships, romantic, platonic, and otherwise. I thank those people. I thank those people. I thank those people. I thank those people. I forgive myself. I forgive you. You feel me? It's like, I'm sorry for all of the wounds that I expressed, and I'm sorry for the wounds that I was not able to hold. Whoever you are, thank you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. I love you. And this is us coming back to the 111. This is the whole point of the Matrix. This is the triggering moment for me that when I watched Matrix 4, I literally almost cried 2 different times in the movie. I felt my eyes watering behind the scenes. You feel me? And it's like, what was happening? And it was when Neo and Trinity's hands touched. And it was like, I had this flood. It was like, oh shit. And like, what was really happening in that moment? And it was like, I was recognizing that I had a part to do in the Matrix. Like, you know, this is where we got to get real honest with ourselves from these spiritual teachers, these gurus, these people out here. We have to always, even if not more than normal, even if not more than expect of ourselves, we have to keep checking in. And I had to ask myself, it's like, not to pretend that everybody I'm talking to is trapped in the Matrix and I need to free you guys. It's like, no, I asked myself, what conflict am I currently facing that's keeping me trapped in the Matrix? This is the first question I asked, and I'm going to get into that first oracle card. What conflict am I facing that's keeping me trapped in the Matrix? Not you who came on here to talk to me, because again, I am you. So anyone that considers themselves the one, the chosen one, the fucking whoever you want to call yourself, the empath, whatever you want to call yourself, it doesn't matter. Don't ever forget that it is oneness. This is what that 333 portal was reminding us. Oneness, mind, body, and spirit. Okay? So if your mind is absolutely restless, which I know a lot of us are, and I won't lie, part of my mind's been a little restless. Whoa, man, when I tell you we're about to get into it, let me check the comments real quick, because we about to get into it. Yep, thanks to the peace dealer. Michael's helping the network. Yup, that's that North Node in Aquarius he has. In that Gemini, the lungs of the zodiac, right? Deep, bang. As much as I've been red pill my whole life, I enjoy a blue pill. Yo, and this is some of the reality. This is some of I've had to learn to accept the blue pill. I used to, right? This is kind of like when my Gemini eighth house plays in, where it's like, um, I would never allow certain conversations that weren't deep to the core, that weren't deeper than deep, right? All scorpionic. I want to go to the center of all hell and bring that seed up to reflect out light, right? I want to do that work so deep where if I ever had a superficial conversation, I wouldn't have the superficial conversation. And I had to realize that sometimes a superficial conversation is the blue pill. Sometimes it's just that simple. And my Gemini eighth house was kind of holding me back, holding my communication back from having more surface level Gemini type conversations. Understanding that Gemini is the sign that they figure out what they're thinking and how to solve problems while communicating in the middle of it. One of the fastest minds, a little chaotic, a little all over the place, mutable, but one of the fastest minds other than Virgo, right? I think Gemini might be a little faster, Virgo might be a little more precise, but they're in the same planet of Mercury. So it's like, this is how we're using astrology to help us to relieve our suffering. The more we understand about our own personal natal charts, the more we start really fucking no longer dividing ourselves and conquering together as one. This is the 111 portal. So let me, yo, I'm firing off today. I'm feeling it. All right, here we go. Pernell, I've always loved your lines. Hope you have a wonderful Christmas. And Merry motherfucking Christmas to everybody. Merry Christmas, y'all. Happy New Year's. Can you feel it? Can you feel that 2022 energy? Can you feel that shakeup coming? We have 4 eclipses coming in the next year. Taurus and Scorpio back and forth, baby. Taurus and Scorpio back and forth. Eclipses. 4 of them. 2022, the shifts, that Uranus and Taurus and all the shifts that's going to happen. Everything's clearing house. Pluto is getting ready to erupt over the U.S. Okay, I think one of the first shakes is going to happen in February 2022, and it's in the second house of economy. So it's like, if you're stressing about money right now, let God take care of that. Okay, if you're stressing about money right now, I'm telling you, let God take care of that. It's like, look, and if you're balling with money, be willing to surrender. All right, if you go through a big windfall, big changes in cryptocurrency, this shit's about to happen. Okay, you know, just hold on. Understand that Uranus brings the unpredictable shocks and changes, and that's going to implode over the U.S. in the second house. This means all of your resources that you think you got, all the ones you think you love, okay? Everything you might be fixed in nature, second house, holding on to, Taurus, you better be ready to let some shifts happen, because Uranus doesn't give a fuck. All right? The rebellion is here. The revolution is here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, here we go. Red pill, blue pill, equal purple pill. That's where I'm at. Bang. Matrix Ressurrection, the hidden oracle meaning. I'll wait to hear from you. And we got that. I'm about to give you the cards right now. So we're gonna cover that, Samir. We made a yeehaw. Bang. Merry Christmas. Hell yeah. Merry Christmas, Tori. What's up, Tori? You see you have a beautiful energy today. Absolutely, because I've been resting. Your boy's been resting. I had my first coffee today in 5 days. I was like, I gotta chill the fuck out. All right. Anybody ask any questions? Hit your boy up. Blue Flame, I want to drop my number in here so you can give me a call on this chat. But man, when I tell you, I'm a little nervous. I'm like, I ain't trying to have no random ass people hit me up, because I'm gonna have to bite their head off. So I got to get your number, or you can shoot me an email, and then I'll send it right back to you right on this live here. Yo, what is one of your small wins? While everybody's here, what is a small win that you've had? I want you to drop that in the chat. Whether somebody bought you a coffee, whether you took a second to recognize it's a big one and you stepped out of the matrix, whether your Christmas was exactly what you wanted and you needed, and family time was really recharging and energizing. What is a small win? Thank you. I appreciate you. Really, I've been having to chill the out. And I did something really scary yesterday. And this is actually where the first card pulls up in this oracle meeting. The first card I had when I said to myself, you know, what is the conflict that I need to resolve and how I'm stuck in the matrix? And I got the Sea Serpent. Now, the Sea Serpent is one of the 7, let's just say, like, master cards in a sense, right? It's not earth, wind, fire, or air. It's considered a card of spirit. Now, these cards are like where we don't necessarily, you notice the snake biting the tail, right? Where it's like we don't necessarily have full control, all right? It's like the snake biting its tail is the rebirth. This is the full cycle. This is the completion, all right? And now here's what's interesting. The Matrix, I did the numerology on this. The Matrix came out on the 22nd of December, all right, 2021. That was a 3, 4, 5. That is a full number of a 9, 9 being humanitarian, right? So it's like the Matrix was a movie for humanity. And right before 9, 9 is the biggest challenge, ladies and gentlemen. 9 is the biggest challenge. So what that's saying to me right now is one of the biggest challenges we have is freeing our minds from the illusion of division. All right, that's the Matrix. That's the Matrix. Blue pill, red pill. That's the whole concept, freeing our mind from the illusion of division. And I got this card about what is the conflict within myself that's keeping me trapped in the Matrix. And what I needed to do was, yesterday I did something very scary. Yesterday I sent an email, okay, to like a person in my life where it's like, you know what, this is a tough time. This is a tough time for me to like get over, for me to just have more compassion, for me to be less bitter, okay, for me to be more forgiving. And it's like that email, I had to understand that, you know, when operating from love, it's like whatever the response back or not, and there was no response back. But it's like for me, what was most important is to be able to say Merry Christmas, honestly, to be able to say Merry Christmas with genuine love in my heart, okay, with just a moment to just forgive everything that I didn't know, to forgive every way I've personally acted from wounds, to forgive every way this person acted from their wounds, and realize that we're at the end of the day one. This is the simplicity, and I needed to go through this. This is my big conflict. I needed to recognize that, you know, I didn't have to fully understand why I felt so inclined to go ahead and just send a sweet Merry Christmas message without any expectations in return, without any reunion, without any like, oh, I want to be with you. And it's just like, just to be able to be real and to be able to admit my faults, to be able to admit my mistakes. I had a couple messages yesterday that I sent, and I had to just be real. I had to just be genuine. And it also, I think right now is a part of this rebirth. Okay. This card right here is rebirth. It's a part of this rebirth. Emotionally, I was holding on to things that did not serve me. I need to go into the next stage of my life. And in order to do that, I have to let go of all the old skin. You feel me? So this is what was the key with this card. I left the matrix when I realized how sick most people seem to be. It's sad how many people just don't understand the human condition. You're a life path 9, bang. So I'm a life path 2-9, and I got that 9 in there. And I feel you on this part. It's like sometimes I be wanting to quit on humanity. Like, I can't lie. There are these moments where I just want to, I feel like I want to quit. I feel like these motherfuckers aren't getting it. And it's like that forceful jamminess, these teachings down somebody's throat. That ain't the way. Because then I'm walking right back into separation. Okay. And I'm walking right back into the matrix. So to understand that I'm not any better ever than anybody. Sent you an email, Pernell. Bang, you about to get a phone call. Elijah, what is it like to be a 9? Blue. That's a 10-1. So I'm gonna read you guys this Sea Serpent real quick because it's the first thing that this goes for all of us. Wow. The first thing it says is um, healing emotional wounds and expressing desires. Okay, this is literally the first thing it says: healing emotional wounds and expressing desires. And we're about to get this first. Oh, we got a couple messages. Okay, bang. We're about to get this first reading. So it says the sea serpent represents the energy of, and let me respond to this so we can have this prepared. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Yo, I'm feeling lovely. All right, that's number one. Okay, that's number two. All right, bang. So here we go. So I sent that out. I want to get you guys literally on here. I want you to call up Life Path 7, baby, the Truth Seeker. Rock with the 7. I've dated Life Path 7. It's a little tough on the trust piece. I won't lie to you. It's a little tough on the trust piece because I know that's one of the big lessons of the Life Path 7. Yes, I'm a Life Path 11. Getting it makes me sad. Bang. Oh, I missed my self-expression. Okay, I'll be okay. Bang. All right, here we go. So here's the conflict. It's the first question. The overall conflict that I'm facing, and this really was like me understanding that being oneness. This is also for all of you, as a part of how I'm stuck in the matrix. So really, the Sea Serpent card, which I just showed you, came up. All right, and it's about healing emotional wounds. It's about expressing your desires. The Sea Serpent represents the energy of expression, whether it's emotions, creativity, sensuality, or desire. The Sea Serpent is also linked to the orange chakra, the Swadhisthana, or the Sacral Chakra. Okay, this is your joy center, this is your sexual desire and aggression and how you pursue yourself, how you need to heal certain relationship wounds. Okay, literally relationship wounds. And this is me, like this card came up, how I was trapped in the matrix was when this matrix came up, Neo decided to stay asleep for 60 years. And Trinity was like, why or what took you so long to basically come back out of the matrix to go through this rebirth process? And really what it came down to, it was like, it's the part of the journey where if you're really on this spiritual warrior journey, quite frankly, if you're really a warrior in this path, what's important to remember is you're going to have down days. I don't care. You're going to have days where you just want to quit. You're going to have days where you're going to fall on your face. I have days where I fall on my face. I have days where I get smacked. I have days where psychic attacks are like trying their best and it's like it can't really hurt me, but they do distract me. You know what I'm saying? Like I have my days where it's like it just all becomes overwhelming. And this happened to me like 2 days ago. I'm like crying literally like on my food. I had like snot coming out of my own mouth and nose while I'm eating. And it was like one of the most like just to be having my own snot come on my food was traumatic within itself. But I needed that release. There were certain emotional wounds that I wasn't letting go. And this kind of goes back into my Scorpio rising, where we have a Libra 12th house. This is me using astrology to help you master your suffering. Libra 12th house is like, look, in my past life, I've died with a partner. That's the simplicity of it. I have died with a partner in my past life. Thank you, somebody, for answering her question. I did see Tori ask that, and I was gonna get to it. And it's like this is where allowing certain levels of closeness, certain levels of intimacy in this particular life has been so difficult, where I have to check in with where I sabotage myself. So it's like this card and anybody else that feel like they're sabotaging healthy relationship dynamics or staying stuck in codependent and toxic ones. This is the key. This card is literally telling you, the Sea Serpent is literally telling you to take and direct our energy into healthy currents. All right. When the essence of this card is in balance, we express ourselves creatively and sexually. All right. This is important. That sexually piece is important because we're going North Node starting January 18th, 2022. North Node is going into Taurus, which puts the South Node, the house of sex, in Scorpio. All right. Which means that sexually we're coming out. We're going to be able to express ourselves in a very calm, elegant manner. Okay. It's not going to always be, let's say in this instant, like it's gonna be like the BDSM. Let's just say like buck wild, gotta get chaotic and out there. It's just gonna be finding pleasures in the simple forms of sex. This can be not necessarily penetration. Okay, this can be touch. All right, think of the 5 senses of Taurus. We're gonna start prioritizing touch. Okay, over the actual act of sex itself. We're gonna prioritize the sensual nature that a smell can give. Whether you have incense and essential oils and you're giving a back massage, and now you got the smell and the touch. Okay, this is taste. Implementing this in our sexual practices, and allowing ourselves to come out. All right, allowing ourselves to express, what are our real needs? What are our desires? Think about how many marriages fail. Think about how many relationships suck, and it's not because of anything other than our fears that we've been programmed to believe around sex. It is a human pleasure. You're a human, okay? Enjoy yourself, but also understand that it's not obviously um, the outlook that we have when it comes to, let's say, this hit 'em and bang 'em porn. It's like that ain't the it. This isn't the emotional connection that we really all crave to some capacity. And also on the flip side, to understand that you can enjoy yourself without being so judgmental. And this is kind of what this card actually speaks of. It says to express the creativity, to express the sexuality that you have without fear and without shame. Without fear and without shame. Scorpio South Node coming out. That's coming out of the dark. Okay, this is us without fear, without shame, and accept that we know what we desire most, right? It's like our hearts are at ease and our relationships are meaningful and enduring when we can do that. If you can't express yourself in these relationships, it's not as meaningful, right? Like when we have to walk on eggshells, nobody likes that feeling. And so I asked this question again about what is the conflict I'm personally dealing with when it comes to stepping out of the matrix. And a lot of it is communication. A lot of it is just speaking up. Honestly, speaking the fuck up. It all happens when we loosen the grip of self judgment and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. This is when the energy of the sea serpent, oh no, when the energy of the sea serpent is not yet activated, then our emotions and creativity are left in the muddy waters. How many of us have felt that heavy? The current of expression stagnates in some areas of our life, and in other places it floods. It's important to remember no matter what the waters of our emotional lives look like, the sea serpent loves us just the same. The same as a mother would love their kin, the same as a mother would love their cub. You feel me? A mom doesn't switch up. Mom doesn't just stop loving you or get over judgmental. Mom just accepts you for you, no matter what you are. All right. Um, and understand it's like, when the mom wraps you up, you sick, whatever, and you just get that hug. You ain't see your mom in a long time. It's like, even if you don't like your mom, that hug, it feels always so judgmental. Even if y'all on shitty terms, it feels amazing. So we need to understand that when you get this card, you're supported. You're supported. You're supported. Especially as you learn to express your true nature. So what rebirth do you need to allow in order to express your true nature? And the final thing behind this is, like I said before, it relates to the sacral chakra. So I want to do a quick breathing exercise to get our sacral chakras to activate, all right? And then I'm going to take that first call. The Swadhisthana, which is your sacral chakra, translates to in her own abode, okay? In your own home, in your own abode, indicating that this chakra is linked to the Divine Mother, is linked to the Kundalini energy itself, and we know that. So that's the first card out of 5 I'm going to pull today. I see the freaking chat going crazy, which is dope. I thank you all. Thank you for these likes. We see 5 people on here. Let me get 5 thumbs up, baby. Let me get 5 thumbs up. I appreciate you on that. All right, here's the first exercise we're going to do. All right. I want to have you take your belly. All right. We're going to do fire breathing. This is my inhale. This is my exhale. This is my inhale. This is my exhale. This is my inhale. This is my exhale. All right. So we're going to do that. Thank you for that thumbs up. Appreciate you for the subscriptions. Thank you for that thumbs up. Thumbs up. Drop them, drop them, drop them. All right. So I'm going only through my nose. We're going to activate our sacral chakra. This is the joy center. This is going to help us to trigger a healing and emotional response to take the trauma from our relationship dynamics and transform them. Okay. You can get a little lightheaded. It's okay. I want you to just feel into the differences. Notice the shifts. It's a very easy way to work that sacral chakra energy with the breath up the spine, and it comes here, helping us to remove the illusions, to express what brings us joy, not just sexually, but creatively, especially as well within our relationships, okay? You might feel that lightheadedness, and that's okay. I'm gonna do one more with you, and then I'm gonna check the chat, and we're gonna take that call. Okay. I want you to seal your mouth, keep them closed, and you're gonna inhale powerfully through the nose, exhale powerfully. You might even spit snot out. That's how strong this should be. Notice the shifts. Notice the shifts. Notice the shifts. I thank you guys for really helping each other out in the chats. Right now, it's all a little bit too overwhelming to kind of read into that. So, thank you guys for helping each other. This is the oneness. This is the oneness. This is the oneness. Each of us are one. This is the 333 portal we all step through. Okay, on the day before the Matrix came out. The Matrix was one more confirmation the day after, and it equated to the 9. Okay, humanity doing something for a bigger cause, a bigger reason other than yourself. All right. Blue Flame, I want you to call me. Can you call that? Can you call that number? Call me. I'm gonna drop you on speakerphone, and I want to hear a little bit about your take about us breaking the illusion. If you want to share that, we're on here live. I'm looking at this as like your "What's up, Dominique?" Dun 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 dun. It's your hotline. Dun 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 dun. What's the name? Shaniqua, Keisha, Shauna. Except for I want you guys to keep call me on here, and we're gonna talk live. What's up, Blue Flame? Dun, 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 dun. I'm waiting for it. Or I can call you. That's a whole nother level of complication. All right, here we go. I'm calling you right now. It's happening. It's happening. This is actually this is a joy for me right now. Honestly, this is a joy for me. All right, here's my carrier number. Answer decline. Oh! You called me first. Hey. Oh. Hey. What's up? What's
Hi,
up?
Chad.
What's going on? What's going on? This is awesome. I'm excited.
I'm sitting here with my kitty cat and watching your live. So
absolutely. So give us your take. You know, this is actually the first time I've ever talked to you. So hello, nice to officially meet you. This is amazing. This is how we use technology to be one for the greater good. I see Elisha saying, "What's up, Blue?"
Hey, how is everybody doing?
Absolutely.
Hope everybody had a good holiday and continues to have a good holiday.
Mm-hmm. It ain't over.
It ain't over.
Yo, what? I just said the same thing. It ain't over. It ain't over. So give us your take about how to escape the Matrix. Okay, first, give me your quick little what is the Matrix for you? All right, because my understanding of it is going to be different than everybody else. What is your understanding of the Matrix? And then the second is how to escape it.
Okay. Well, it's pretty much anything that's in this 3D construct of what they have put in place as a structure, almost Saturn world, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And
give us a specific example. What if you had to pick one element of the 3D structure, just to be real clear.
I can give you like government laws,
government laws. Okay, bang. Yeah. Saturn. So we talking Saturn, yup.
Yes. I'm a cat moon, so I understand that pretty well as far as rules and laws, and not to bring that really into this conversation, but
I mean, why not? It's important.
Well, we can.
It's important.
I went to school.
Yep.
And late in my years, I just graduated with a bachelor's degree in 2017.
Congratulations.
Yeah, well, thank you. It's kind of worthless because, you know, when I got out to actually get a job or a career, I had worked in local government. And Saturn was controlling all of that. I noticed I got my job to be trained. I got to see just how corrupt even our local municipalities are.
Right.
And they knew I was on to them. And I shit you not, when Saturn went retrograde in 2018 is the exact day I lost my job. When he went direct in December of that year, I got my job and then I lost it as soon as he went retrograde.
So elaborate on that, because a lot of us are facing the possibility as a part of this matrix we're in of losing our jobs, right? Like whether you want to take the you know what or not, it's like a lot of us are really in jeopardy. And I know enough, and I know you know enough about astrology right now, so we can really help people with their suffering. It's like this is one of the biggest forms of suffering, right? Our attachment to the resources that we make through these structures, right? It's like, so how did you find your way, if you were to say it from a place of looking to help people while you're here live with us? How did you find your way? How did you gain the courage to take those next steps and step out of the system and step into your own system?
It was really hard because, like, I am 46 years old. So it was one of those things when I lost my job, I went into a very deep depression. I didn't realize what I did wrong. However, in the meantime, even when I worked there, I started my YouTube channel. So that was already in the works for me to be able to, I guess, reach people, talk to people.
Yeah.
Because, you know, just the disgrace I felt by losing my job.
After probably putting so much energy and effort into it.
Yes, I'm talking 6 years of school.
Right.
And, you know, I felt I was doing everything right. However, you know, I've dealt with a lot of narcissistic people too.
Yeah.
Like, let's just throw that out there. I think we all have. That's something that we have to learn, that, you know, they can either break us or make us. And that's where I'm at. I'm allowing the universe to still make me at this point. This is a never-ending, you know, journey where we're here to deal with other people. We're not here to kind of be solitude all the time.
Right.
However, I love my solitude, and as an Aries, like, when this whole thing hit with COVID, I was like, now the whole world is going to see exactly what we've been going through. And
but also the benefit, though. But also the benefit, because solitude is more likely than not. It was. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people can, when they let go of their subjective feelings, let's say, about how 2020 was, everybody having to be, let's say, locked in home. It's like the outcome of that, like the outcome of the solitude was the most necessary, in my personal opinion, piece to stepping out of the matrix.
Yes. It was one of those things where, you know, it was a global, here, this is the truth, here it is, and what are you going to do with it now? You know, people who have put all of their time and energy into their career, they're not really living life, I don't feel. Because you're not able to be free in who you are and express your innermost desires to the world. You know, you can't just go in where you have this structure and bring your ideas there. You know, when the structure is so concrete, they look at that as a threat. And I realized that was what was going on, because I had new innovative ideas of how I could help my people. I worked in behavioral health.
Right.
So it was one of those things where I worked with people who were, you know, dealing with bipolar disorder and borderline. I was dealing with these.
And how many of us are dealing with bipolar disorder, quote unquote, ADHD, all of these? You know what I'm saying?
Right into it.
How many of us?
I have all the above, so I could step into their shoes and, you know, really help them in ways that, you know, the system itself wasn't designed to help them.
Right.
And they didn't like that because it was out of the box. So.
And that's the whole point. That's the whole point. So I tell you what, we're gonna talk again soon. I'm gonna get to my next points on this, and I just want to say thank you. You know, this is really cool. Trying something new.
Yeah.
and
I
just
would love to network again.
yeah, let's do it. Let's do something official on a different day.
Let's pull cards. Let's pull cards next time.
Done. Make it happen. All right. Awesome. I'll see you soon. Thank you.
All right. Yep. Goodbye. I'll be back on.
Love. All right. That was really, really cool. Okay. So what's up, Oracle messages? Tori, if you're still here, I saw you had your comments. And I'm glad people were able to really kind of like stand in and ask questions. Samir, I see you got things happening. All right, here we go. So I'm going to move into the next one. Grand Rising versus Good Morning. Words are spells. Absolutely. So here is the second one. So I gave you prior, like I said, I'm giving you some of the Oracle messages, which is funny because I got Oracle messages right here with us. Waking Gaia, which is awesome. So absolutely, words are spells. So I'm happy you said that because you on point. All right. So the next piece that I have, we talked about the conflict, that we're facing in the Matrix. I gave you personal stories about how was I and still having my daily facing the Matrix and the conflicts that's going on. Now, the second thing we're going to talk is, what will we encounter today? And it's funny because when I went through the what will we encounter today, I got this card. All right. I literally got the Fire Ants card. And what I found ironic about this Fire Ants card, I guess I'm so excited to be here with you. Absolutely. Wow, never knew that. Bang, I'm back. Bang. Love it. Thank you guys for those thumbs up. Thank you for just your participation. This is amazing. So I got this fire card. Now, the Fire Ants. And the Fire Ants is a card of fire. So it's like when you get fire energy, it could be very passionate. It could be very like impulsive. It could be very abrupt. And it could represent aggression. Okay. It could represent really a certain rigid thinking. All right. This Fire Ants card specifically is a rigid thinking. And it could also be about following orders, like ants have a certain code. They got orders to follow. They're working beasts, if you will. But this particular thing, when it's in balance and when it's out of balance, this comes back to the question of what we face today. I actually saw when I pulled this card, I was taking a walk and I saw fire ants. I have not seen fire ants in like 4 months since I got bit in the foot by fire ants, literally in a whole nother country. I was back in Colombia when I got bit by fire ants. That's the last time I saw it. And just yesterday, when I pulled this card for this live, I got this fire ants again. And it was like, wow, how ironic is that, right? It's like we have answers, we have messages, we have our guides talking to us all around us. And when you pull this card, when it's like what we encounter today, this isn't the card that I'm like, yes, I got this card. It's my favorite card, right? It's like, thank you, I appreciate you. It's more like when the fire ant energy flares up, okay, without us noticing. This is the key thing, without us noticing, all right? So it is a force that attracts us to people and situations that feed our imbalances, okay? Our imbalances. So this is kind of one of my like heads up. What people in my life were feeding my imbalances, taking me out of balance, all right? Making me more aggressive, having my thinking be super rigid. Who are those people in my life? This card helped me to understand what I was going to be facing that day. And I told you I had to send some emails out, and it's like, I'm going to keep reading on this. So check in with the people that feed our imbalances rather than those that counter the imbalance. All right. So being on this live with you guys right now, it's like you're helping me to counter that imbalance by just having like minds, by understanding that we're not alone, recognizing that we stepped recently through that 333 portal, that oneness, mind, body, spirit, really oneness. Stepping away from restlessness. Who are the people that make me restless? What thoughts am I having around certain people that make me restless, and who makes me feel grounded? When this card came up, it was the conflict facing on that day. It's like who are the people that make me feel grounded? Who are the people that make me feel out of balance, out of whack? Gossiping and blaming are a few indicators that misaligned fire and energy is at play. Okay, it's like I had to check in. Where in my life was I blaming other people for my personal circumstance? And this was really big because I recognized that as I stepped out of that energy, I stepped back into what this whole matrix thing is about. Oneness, 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 oneness. That movie came out on the 9th day. That is humanity, like we said already. It's like, look, my mission has to stay bigger than myself. It has to stay bigger than my own personal ego. You feel me? And it's like blaming is a very low level vibrational energy. All right. Gossiping is a very low vibrational energy. These are the lower level chakra points. And when these are out of balance, you definitely don't have access to seeing through the illusion. Okay, this is third eye. You don't have access to seeing through the illusion when you're still gossiping and when you're still blaming somebody else for your personal circumstance. So it's like this is what I was facing when I pulled this card up of how we step ourselves out of the matrix. All right, out of the programming. So you may also find yourself stewing on a person or a situation, only making things worse. So I want you to think right now to yourself, who are you stewing on? What person, what situation is just making things worse, keeping you feeling aggressive, keeping your thinking really rigid, and making you feel like you have to follow orders? The Matrix, what is the Matrix? Following the design, following the system, following orders rather than thinking for yourself. A lot of us need to start really thinking for ourselves. Thank you guys for those thumbs up. I see you. I appreciate you. I'll see those comments in a second. I'm finishing up the second card out of 5 today. I pulled 5 animal oracle readings for you guys today, and this is the second one about what will we face. Okay, and the question is now, how can you break free from the drama and cool down? And like I told you, for me, breaking free from the drama and cooling down was being loving enough, being within my oneness to be able to sit there and say with purity in my heart, Merry Christmas. Okay, to multiple people, and to be able to admit my mistakes. And I did exactly that, to be able to admit my faults, to be able to admit where I was wrong, to be able to admit where was I being insensitive, and to be able to, it just like, this is what I needed to do. I had to send messages out yesterday to help me get my emotional balance back in check. You see, today I'm fucking vibrant. I'm vibing right now. I'm like coming out of the gate, like, what's up, bitches? This is just my mood. I'm just like, I'm ready, but I needed that recharge. And that recharge was not coming because I was not forgiving. Saying that I forgive you and actually forgiving is two fucking different things. Okay? Saying you forgive somebody and just trying to force feed it down your mouth without believing it doesn't count. It don't work. It don't work. When has it ever worked? That is called cognitive dissonance. Okay? When you say something but you really don't believe it, or your actions don't show that you really mean what you say, cognitive dissonance. So I had to check in with who are the people that are bringing me out of balance. What was my mind being restless about? Okay? And part of it was having to go ahead, send some Merry Christmas messages, and be sincere and not expect them to respond, not expect anybody to sit there and forgive me, like not looking for their personal forgiveness, but just to be able to be cool within myself. I have to worry about myself. And as I do that, then I reflect back that oneness. So even if anybody does not respond, even if anybody does not show the love that I'm expecting, it does not matter. When you're one with yourself, it doesn't matter. And then I can be like that first card, the Sea Serpent. I can go through my rebirth. When the snake bites its tail, I can go through my rebirth. I can let go, and the healing can happen in my relationship dynamics. I can focus on what messages are being revealed to me, realizing that I'm not in control. Yes, I have free will and I can make my own decisions. But there's a part of this where I am absolutely not in control. That's part of the illusion. We're just here to be. We're here to be. We're here to live out our lives. All right. How can you break free from the drama and cool down? That's the question I want you to ask yourself. I want you to type that in the chat right now. How can you break free personally in your life and break free from the drama? How can you cool down and break free from the drama? Understand that fire ants are actually incredibly sensitive, surprisingly so. Do not pretend that the heat is not getting to you. And this is what the conflict you're facing. This is what you're facing today. It's like trying to pretend that something is not itching you at your core. All right. I remember when I got bit in my foot by that fire ant. I was walking barefoot in nature and I got bit by that fire ant. Man, that shit was annoying. I couldn't pretend that it wasn't bothering me. It hurt. Like, it was annoying. I was like, damn, like, when is this swelling gonna go down? It was uncomfortable. This is the fire ant message. What is really taking you out of balance, making you feel really rigid in your thinking, unwilling to change your mind, willing to change how you feel about a certain person or how you feel about a certain situation, and just thinking that aggression is going to be the only one to get you through. No, there are healthy forms of aggression, but when you get this card, it is letting you know, like, don't pretend that's not getting to you. When you're in balance with this card, you're feeling thoughtful, you're feeling disciplined. Okay. So I was feeling thoughtful in a sense where I'm going to step outside into my higher self and just sing these Merry Christmas messages out, apologize, and just take this fresh slate. If not necessarily for the person, more importantly for myself, because I need this balance right now. Like, I need to balance my shit because I can't give to you all. I can't help you through your suffering if I refuse to accept what my suffering looks like. You feel me? Now, if in balance, you're feeling thoughtful and you're feeling disciplined. So part of the discipline of this was to not go out there also with this message just spilling all over the place. Okay, just word vomiting, and it's like, oh my god, this and that, but to be able to be disciplined with the message, to be able to be disciplined with the thought process, is like, look, like oneness. I found myself wanting to start gossiping and trying to get my little side punches in there, and it's like, no, no, like, just be real, be genuine, speak from the heart, P. And that's what I had to do. And this is what made me feel so alive today. When you're out of balance, you want to argue. When you're out of balance, you feel an excess heat. When you're out of balance, you want to gossip. All right. And to help you get back into balance, you need some solo time. And thank God, this is what I'm at right now. I'm in the middle of nothing. This solo time, I chose to come here consciously. I'm in the middle of Arkansas, and I'm not in any major city. I chose to consciously come here. Thank you guys for those thumbs up. I appreciate you. All 7 people on here. Drop that thumb. Drop that thumb. Drop that thumb, baby. All right. Taking walks at night is another one. All right, to help you get in balance. So this is the second oracle card reading out of 5. The first was the Sea Serpent, and I don't think I told you what the signs is if you're in balance or out of balance. I didn't. No, but it's cool. Let me check the messages real quick. I almost want to say maybe we could take a second caller. What's up, Dominique? Yes. Yes. I want you to just on the side of this camera say, yes. Think about how much you've grown. Think about how much you've already stepped out of the programming. Think about how you can be more forgiving and more loving with yourself, and how you actually already have done that. How much you've already stepped back into your heart space. How much you've already been able to better express yourself sexually with your partners or with your also romantic interests. How much you've also been able to creatively use and step into your gift. How much you also had back when South Node was conjuncting over Sagittarius, how those old soulmates that had served their purpose got out, and then you start very clear. You know, right now we're Venus retrograde. We're really taking inventory, okay, about our relationships and about the relationship we have with money. Think about how much better you've gotten with money, okay, just in this particular season. Think about how much more you value yourself, you value your effort, you value how you show up on the public stage. These are things for me. For me, third house, I'm going through a third house transit in Scorpio for this retrograde. It's like how much I value communicating with tribe, okay? How much I value communicating and learning from you, right? This is one of the reasons I'm like, boom, taking in this call. I got another baby spider in the bathroom. Okay, boom, we got a spider message coming on. Let me see this. It's the humbling. Bang. Currently trying to quiet my mind from all the healthy thinking about the patterns. Bang. I feel you. Especially as an INFP, I feel you. I've been having to do breath work on over point, fire energy on point today. Hell yes. I want you to literally write what brings you joy right now. I want you to write what is bringing you joy. And if you want to go one more step into the shadow work, I want you to go on here in the chat and admit to yourself what's one thing keeping you out of balance. Because I find that when we can admit and affirm this is what's taking me out of balance, you shine a light on that bitch, right? And it's like, this is shadow work. It's like, shine a light on that bitch. Be like, look, you don't have control over me, at least not to the extent that you did. Why? Because I'm bringing conscious awareness to how much of an illusion this shit is. Okay? When you bring conscious awareness, you start recognizing, all right, that's the question. I'm going to type it as well. I want to write, what is your irrational fear? I want you to literally type that. What is your irrational fear? And I'm going to type mine as well. So for me, like, thank you guys. 7 people on this live. I want to see 7 thumbs up. Appreciate it. Drop that. Drop that. Drop that. All right. Oh, you're in AK. Bang. I've also been listening to subconscious reprogramming, missing music while I sleep. Hell yeah. I actually took 2 weeks and invited my deep troubles into my home. My mother, 100% head first in the healing of a relationship. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay. Irrational fear, being alone. Absolutely. This is a real irrational fear. This is a real, being alone is a real fear. How many of us have, and I'm victim of this. I'm a victim of this, okay? One of my irrational fears is that the people I care about the most are literally going to die. This is an irrational fear that I do not want to get intimately close with anybody. And I did this with my own family as well. Past life, Cancer in the 8th house, okay? 8th house is death, family, death. So even while growing up, it's like I didn't want to get too close to my mom in certain instances. I didn't want to get too close to my sister in certain instances because I saw their health and I'm like, man, like their health is really bad. And now it's like, you know, I don't want to get too close because if they die, it's going to hurt more. This is an irrational fear, but it was a real fear. So we need to take some inventory. I had to take inventory to validate that was a real fear. It's like, man, I really wanted them to be more in the gym. I really wanted them to eat better food choices, but I also have to take in the reality of it and also the irrational fear behind it. And it's like I was choosing not to live life because of the irrational fear that they were going to die while I was overseas for the last 4 years. Like literally die. And that was going to be one of the most moments for me of like, oh my God, I was not there. I was not present. I wasn't there to help them, to be in the home and to guide food choices and their lifestyle decisions and basically taking control over all of that stuff. And it's like, yo, look, this is a real irrational fear behind that. I love my family, issues in the marriage, sharing, shining light, happy ending, bang. But I feel it's the Matrix reprogram, bang. Bam, the people I love most dying. Absolutely, I feel you on that. Real irrational fear. Whenever you speak to those on the other side, it tends to go that way in huge fear. Bam, damn, you in the zone. Hell yeah. So by bringing that to light, that irrational fear, I was able to then travel the world. I was able to stay out of the country, realizing that I needed to do what I needed to do and wanted to do and what I desired to do for myself. This YouTube channel for me right now wouldn't exist without the time I took out of the US. Because while I was here, I was still in Matrix. Okay, while I was on US territory, I had to get away from the trauma. Like, look. Don't go and stay and sit and steep in the trauma that you're trying to heal from. It's very fucking difficult. I'm not going to tell you that you can't do it. I'm not going to say that. But it's very fucking difficult to cry on the shoulder of the person who has hurt you the most. It's like they are hurting you. Realize at what point does that become overly toxic? So me stepping out of the pain of what I felt hurt me, what was the irrational fear revolving around, that allowed me to step into the rebirth, the full snake, the first card we pulled, biting its tail, Oberos. This is the rebirth. Okay, this is death and life. This is the cycle that's gonna happen with or without my permission. Understand that, ladies and gentlemen. Like, you're gonna go through. Astrology is happening all the time, right? There are transits, there are planets shifting, there are retrogrades. That's just gonna, you're gonna go through it, no matter if you believe in astrology or not, bitch. Like, it's gonna happen. Excuse my language. Like, I'm not necessarily calling you a bitch directly, but it's like I'm on fire, so I don't really give up. All right, let me take a sip of water. Thank you. I see you guys in the comment. I appreciate you, Gaia. Oracle messages out here. Bam. So me stepping out of the trauma allowed me to start to really heal. Okay, started me really get away from this dynamic of partners and even lovers that have died in my past life that still find ways to plague my subconscious mind. Okay, but by bringing awareness to this fact, astrology really helped me through this form of suffering. When I start recognizing my Libra in the 12th house is basically speaking of the absence of this relationship and my avoidance. It's kind of twisted though, because I also got Libra in the 11th house. So it's like relating to people outside of myself with the network, with the 11th house is technology. All right. 11th house is astrology. So being able to relate with people, okay, Libra, in a balanced form, in a harmonious form, in a social way, objectively, without the personal feelings getting involved, right? It's an objective, masculine, clear headed sign. Being able to relate and communicate with y'all is one aspect, but then we put it in the 12th house. It's like I want to be away from y'all, right? And understand the balance between that 11th house Libra for me and that 12th house Libra for me. Understanding, right now why there's Venus retrograde. This is how astrology. I'm able to help people book a reading with me. Okay, obviously you should do that. I think the calendar I closed it off for the whole beginning of January because I had to take that rest, and so I'm doing it. I'm going out to San Diego. I actually have a one-on-one client. Really happy about this, and I'm going to be meeting, working with for the next 6 months, going through forecasts with them, really like guiding their life, mentoring them. So if that's something you're ever interested in, January 9th, I'm starting that up. I only have one more one-on-one person to work with, if I'm being real. Because other than that, I got other shit that I got to do. This is just reality. I don't want to overextend myself. We're going to get into the third reading. We're going to get into the third card out of the 6. Thank you, guys. I see 6-6 on screen. I'm going into a 6-year next year. This is partnerships. So it's like I'm really excited for 2022. It scares the hell out of me at the same time. But it's also why I had to send out certain Merry Christmas messages and just be real and be genuine. Send out certain apologies because, like, look, I can't carry that old energy with me into my 6th year. I crave partnership. I crave divine feminine energy. Okay. This is real. And so as a part of that, it's like I gotta let shit transform. All right. This is the reality. It's the snake biting his tail. I gotta let it transform. I gotta check in with that fire ant, and the fire ant telling me what irritations need to be addressed. All right. What if you have Scorpio in the 11th house? Bang, bang, bang. The 11th house and the 12th house. I have Scorpio in the 12th house for Pluto. And I mean, that's basically a shaman placement. At least Scorpio in the 12th house is like, yo, you can literally see the unseen, right? You can literally see the unseen. It's really critical not to get lost in the sauce. Okay, you got to be careful with not getting lost in the cosmic sauce with Scorpio 12th house, because 12th house is endless and Scorpio wants to go to the deepest point. It wants to find the seed and rip that shit out, right? And bring it out to light. So it's like you can't really do that in a 12th house. And you will go insane if you don't check in with yourself and realize that you don't have to stay in all the most traumatic moment. You don't have to stay in all the most traumatic things. Pluto 12, bang, telepathy placement, bang, hell yeah. Like, Scorpio 12 houses, you got to remember to take the blue pill sometimes. We're talking about the Matrix today. You got to remember to take the blue pill sometimes, okay? Realizing that you don't always need to go red pill and dive fully into the real world. Sometimes taking that break and just doing some of the simple pleasures. This is Taurus North Node in 2020. January 18th, Taurus North Node 2020 is stepping into the simplicity of things. When it comes to 11th house, it's saying like, you might help your network and your connections, but it might be from the shadows. All right, that's a little bit of what I feel. It might be from the shadows. But I've also dated a girl with Scorpio in the 11th house, and what I will also say is, be careful of using your sex appeal and your magnetism to control your friends. Okay, you know people want you. Like, let's be honest. People are magnetic towards you. You feel all that energy, and be careful of looking to take domain and control over their souls. Literally, whether through sex itself, okay, where you might hold out on sex, but give off a certain magnetic energy that it's okay to want me, it's okay to desire me, but I'm gonna hold that energy. Or you might give it to them once and you keep them trapped. You got them in your fucking stinger, and it's like, yeah, bitch, I got you. So that could happen in the 11th house. So you gotta be careful with that, because karma has a role, and Scorpio is linked to the heart chakra in astrology. So, there's a lot of forgiveness on the karma side if you fuck around. I remember I dated this girl, and she just hit me, and I didn't respond to her. She just hit me back, talking about some. I won't even say. I guess Sone con usted. Okay, so I gave her a little hint, like there was Spanish involved, and so it's like I didn't respond because again, that Sone con usted is like I dreamed about you. And I'm like looking at the last message, and I remember one of the last comments we had when I was with her in person. I told her I was like, "Give me my soul back." Like literally, like I said, I was like, I need my energy. And you know, she never said up front or anything like, "I'll take your energy," but she knew. She's like, she had this like sad face. She's like, "I'm sorry." She's like, "You can have your energy back," and it was nice. It was really like I was really grateful to be honest. Like she didn't give me a fight on that, and she gave my energy back. So Scorpio 11th house, you know, you could take the energy. You could use it to control and take people. I dream about people. Hell yeah, you do. All right. Knowing the info, but implementation info has been hard to decipher. You know, a lot of people have been telling me this lately, and I don't know if this part is because my Aries fifth house, stellium, I don't know, or the fact that I got an Aries sun and a Scorpio rising. I don't know if that's what it is, but a lot of people have been telling me like that they've been having trouble implementing information. And I won't lie to you, this is one of the areas where maybe this is what puts me in a place of leadership to help walk people through this. I don't have too much problem with implementation. Um, I think it's that whole Aries and Scorpio combination where it's like, look, I walk into my fears. Like I look at my fears, I walk into that bitch in the shadow of death, and I say, what the fuck is up? And sometimes, you know, I get smacked in the face. This is the reality. Sometimes I get hurt, and these walking and knocking on the front door of my fear. Sometimes the fear has a fucking powerful punch. And I think this is part of what keeps us held back so long sometimes. Sometimes it's like, you know, we know that subconsciously and consciously, we know that when we address our fears direct and knock on that bitch front door, we know that there's a reason that the fear is existing. There's a reason that it's a fear. Thank you guys. I see 9 people in here. I want to see 9 thumbs up. I appreciate you. We know why the fear is there. And it's like, we know that on the other side of that, there's so much fucking beauty behind that door. There's so much beauty behind that door. And for me, I look to focus on, okay, if I could just let this go, what I think is for me, what I think I want, what I think I desire. Okay, this is all Scorpio rising for me. I desire. Okay, I desire. If I let go what I think I desire and make space for what I just don't know I desire, something magnificent is going to come on the other side. And I look to focus when the implementation piece on every time the universe has had my back. Peace Dealer just said this recently. Every time I've let go, the universe has had my back. Yo, the most beautiful place you could be, especially for masculine energy. I want you to look at the masculine placements in your astrology chart. All right. Aries, Leo, Sag, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Look at those masculine energy in your chart and realize this, okay, as the masculine sign, because you're going to understand how you can intuitively navigate this particular suffering when it comes to the implementation piece. Masculine energy is clear, it's focused, it's precise, it gets the job done with a clear mind. The emotions are subjective, coming more from the feminine energy. So you also need to understand your feminine energy parts, okay? All the water signs and all the fire signs. Understand those, and it helps you to step out of the matrix because sometimes our emotions, quite frankly, don't have a purpose beyond blocking us from ascension, okay? Blocking us from oneness. And other times, the emotions are absolutely required, and it takes emotional intelligence for us. What's up, Miss A? And it takes emotional intelligence for us to accept that, you know what, 2 days ago, I needed that cry, that heavy ass cry where I had snot coming out of my fucking nose and it fell on my food. I was so upset about the fact that I did that, that it made me cry more. I was feeling like, what the fuck? Like, I probably was eating to comfort myself because I was not hungry. And then I snot on my own food. I'm crying so much. Those are also important. Okay. They have their time, they have their place. I had to send out some beautiful messages and practice compassion, practice forgiveness, implementation, not just sit there and say every day, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you. Okay. Thank you. not to sit there and work with the Ho'oponopono, but to practice and implement the Ho'oponopono. And really, if I forgive, then I should not have that animosity. Okay, if I forgive, that bitterness should not be plaguing me. All right, if I forgive, I shouldn't be sitting there gossiping. If I forgive, that fire ant energy, that fire ant card that we have right here, this was the message. Okay, to be real, understanding that you can't outrun this irritation. Okay, you can't outrun the irritation. It literally said, like, when you're out of balance, you find yourself arguing, you find yourself being overly heated, you find yourself gossiping. All right, and it's like, look, it does not help you. And if you really want to break free from the drama, you really want to cool down, understand the sensitivity of the moment, understand and stop pretending that it's not hot, that is not internally cooking your fucking brain emotionally and logically. All this overthinking, this restless energy, it's like, well, what is making you restless? What person, what situation are you trying to pretend that does not have more impact on your well being, on your balance, than you want to show credit for? How you put this in balance, or when it's in balance, when you're being thoughtful and when you're being disciplined. Discipline, back to the masculine energy. What's going on? Merry Christmas. Absolutely. Discipline being part of that masculine energy. Okay, so check your wind signs and your fire signs to see where can you be more clear-headed for implementation. This live is underrated. Hell yeah, but it's okay. This live is absolutely underrated, but it's absolutely okay because I got you. I got the 7 minds right now who will make a difference that I don't even need to fully be a part of beyond this live. Whatever seeds are being planted right now, the 7 times the 7 times the 7 times the 7, I touched the world. I got a Leo in 9th house placement. Okay, 9th house being teaching. All right, Leo being ecocentric. When I was out of fucking balance, I craved the praise. Without the praise, without people cherishing me, telling me like, yeah, you're the motherfucking best. Even if I wouldn't say I like that out loud, it's like inside I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, you right, bitch. Without that, I would stop teaching. But that's when a Leo was out of balance. So you damn straight is underrated. But it does not matter because touching the 8 of you right now, I know, even if it was 1 of you, and even when it was 0, and I'm telling you, I've been in empty rooms where people have paid to be in that room and they still didn't show up. And I still would catch myself practicing. I would record myself practicing as if I was talking to an audience of thousands of people in classrooms, empty classrooms back in like college dorms, where I wasn't even supposed to be in those rooms in the first place, but I was there. I was taking over college dorms at CCSU, bro. Elisha, you was there at CCSU. I'd be in there practicing. Whether there's one, Merry Christmas, whether it was 1, 5, 10 people, 9th house to teach the same. For me, this is important as a part of the Leo to teach the same, validation or not. All right, here we go. I'm most definitely gonna rewatch this work. Fuck yeah, appreciate you. Yeah, sharing your social media. Bang. Wow, I never knew that. Bang. Hell yeah, Elisha. I was in CCSU. I was in the university in empty classrooms. What is that dorm? Robert? I think it was Robert. Whatever field was right in front of the basketball court, down the hill. I don't remember it. I think it was Robert E. Vance or something. I was in that bitch, empty rooms, doing the do, just talking to people. And that helped me to teach, no matter if it was validation or not. Because I had really gotten to the point where I recognized, like, I got a Gemini 7th house as well, right? That's one-on-one relationship, communicating people one-on-one. Like, even if it's 1 person, I really truly believe that that 1 person will spread their shit in places that I'll never touch. And my job was done. All right, let's move to the 3rd Oracle card. And this card was about what have we forgotten? And I got the horse for this, okay? What have we forgotten? And this helped me a lot. And it's been helping me to get really back in it. All right. I love this card. Okay. The horse is one of the master cards. It's a masterful card in the space of Earth. All right. It's one of the most majestic creatures. Horses to me are so beautiful. They've always talked to me when it comes to freedom. I'm that guy, right? Self-care day. Bang. Me nurturing myself. Ooh. Felt the most spoiled this birthday and received the least gifts. Ow. You feel me? And that's the best gift right there. 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 That you were able to appreciate that you felt spoiled on your birthday, even with the least amount of gift. That's awesome. That's so awesome. You know, that self-care day for me is like, I came here and I came into the U.S. Part of why I came to the U.S. is to be with my family on Christmas. I was by myself on Christmas. On Christmas morning, I dropped my family off at the airport so that they can go see their other family. I was literally, and it's like, there was a part of me, I won't lie to you, that was just like, damn, I really don't want this. I don't want to be by myself on Christmas, but it was the reality. Like, I was. And the beauty behind it was to see also how beautiful that was. Okay. Because the beauty behind that was for me to get away from this whole Libra 12th house. Okay. Where I want to be alone and I want to be around people, yada, yada, yada. And whatever other conflicting placements as a Scorpio rising, to get away from certain things where it helped me. It was the most beautiful gift. It helped me realize how much I want to actually be around people, how much I want to address my own personal fears of intimacy, how I want to address how I keep people at a certain distance. Like, you feel me? Like, it really revealed to me, it was such a beautiful gift that, yeah, you know what? I've spent a lot of Christmases out of the country, not around family, not around friends that I've known. And this is the first one I think I was absolutely alone. Even last year, like, I had like, it was all in Spanish, but I had some Colombians that were with me. I had a grandma and a Venezuelan dude, and it's like they only spoke Spanish, so it was really interesting. But it's like, it was still nice to have somebody. This is the first one, I think, first entire one I was just by myself. Because even when I was in Thailand, it's like, boom, I had people with me. Even though they were from all over the world, they weren't family or necessarily friends, but it's like I got invited to a dinner. And so that was the beautiful gift. The least amount of people was the best gift. All right, here we go. For now, where do you have Gemini? Venus, baby. Venus and Gemini. Fucking love that placement. Even though a lot of people want to get me to crap. All right. Horse energy. Okay. What is missing is the question. This is where we getting in. What have we forgotten? That was the question for this card that I pulled. We've forgotten about freedom. This is the Matrix. This is what the Matrix was explaining. Okay. What is it going to take for freedom? What have we forgotten? And this is the card I pulled. And it's freedom. Okay. It's momentum. It's the power of momentum. It is the power of expanding your energy with force. That force being multiplied through the momentum, being multiplied by our desire for freedom. Okay. You've never seen a horse that wanted to be locked up. Let's be real. They're free. Horses are naturally free. They're self-sustaining. Okay. The horse represents the most masterful form of earth energy in the deck. Think earth, stability, grounded, just enjoying your human pleasures. Okay. It provides a momentum so reliable, so supportive that you can ride on its back towards any goal, no matter how difficult the terrain. This is what I'm telling you. So the question was, what have we forgotten? We have forgotten that no matter what the goal is that you have in your life, when it comes to breaking out of the matrix, no matter what the goal is, that with the right amount of momentum, okay, with the right amount of force from a healthy place, that you can really rely on the support of this horse energy right now, okay, of this oracle message towards the goal, no matter how tough the terrain. How many of us are on tough terrain right now, right? Let's be honest, like, life is not all peaches and cream, and we need to not pretend that toxic positivity that it is, because it ain't. It ain't all good. It ain't all good, and that's okay. That is the most beautiful part. That is the most beautiful part, because if it was all good, you'd be bored. Life would cease to have any taste, any flavor, any meaning. Without challenge, there's no growth. The horse personality is fully awakened, okay? It's fully alive, and it cannot be defeated. This is you on your spiritual mission, ladies and gentlemen. What have we forgotten? That you can't lose. You cannot be defeated. Did you understand what I just said? You cannot be defeated. This is what we've forgotten. As a part of the major, as a part of the program, as a part of all of the illusions that we face, as a part of all of the illusion behind division, the fact that we're not one, that illusion, you can't be defeated. Don't forget that. And this is what we have forgotten, that you can't lose. The horse's freedom becomes available to us when we hone in and collect our energy through daily practice. Okay? Earth energy, having a system, having a method. You get your daily rituals up. All right? Do you commit to breath work, or do you just say you do it, or you know it's good for you, but you don't implement it? Do you commit to your sound healing and your sound bowls, or you say, do you commit to tapping into your spirit through oracle cards, okay, daily, or do you just do it, like when all hell breaks loose and you're lost? What are you committing to? Are you committing to your health, to the foods that make you feel grounded and nourished, or are you committing to the ones that have extra GMOs and chemicals that make you feel overly depressed? Daily practice is how we hone the freedom that we require to break free from the matrix. All right, look at that moon on the third eye of the horse. All right, that tells me take some time to yourself. Okay, the moon represents part of our private life. This tells me take time to yourself in order to tap into this. Okay, stop being afraid of the dark. The dark is a part of the light, and the light is a part of you. This is the oneness, that 333 portal we just stepped into. This is how you help balance it. Physical stamina, aka exercise, as well as mental focus, aka meditation. Meditation is so many forms. Sometimes I meditate by literally putting my feet in the grass, okay, butt ass naked feet in the grass, and I just stare at trees. I don't close my eyes. I don't focus on breath work. I just look at trees. That is a meditation. When I'm washing the dishes, I'm meditating. When I do close my eyes and do breath work, I'm meditating. A meditative state can happen and be achieved at all times of your life. It doesn't have to require you to sit in a lotus position. But physical stamina and mental focus, aka exercise and meditation, are the secret weapons behind the horse's legacy. You want to tap into this freedom energy? You want to gain momentum? You want to become an expansive force of energy? Tap into the mental focus and the physical stamina, exercise and meditation. When you are in balance, you know it because you can achieve anything. Remember, you cannot be defeated. When you get this card, you cannot be defeated. You can achieve anything. And you know you're in balance when you never give up. So if you're in a space where you know you ain't giving up, like right now, I'm not giving up. I've had moments where I was like, you know what, fuck all of you. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. I ain't gonna lie to you. There are moments when I'm like, yo, I think you guys are stupid. Like these moments, come on, I'm like, yo, that was just dumb. Stop being so dumb. I have these moments. I may not always say that out verbally, but I'm doing it right now. I've had these thoughts. I'm not gonna tell you these thoughts are positive. I'm not gonna tell you these thoughts are negative. But I'm not gonna lie to you and act like I don't have these thoughts. Sometimes I'm like, yo, you motherfuckers are stupid. Wake the fuck up. We need your help. I need your help. I cannot do this alone. And I'm not supposed to. And I don't want to believe that either. 333. This is the mind, body, spirit. This is the oneness. This is the illusion of the matrix, that there is division, that there is separation, but there's not. I don't care what your skin color looks like. I don't see these country line borders. I don't see a difference of, yo, you got the vaccine or you don't got the vaccine. I don't care. I literally do not care if you got it or you don't got it. Well, good for you. Fuck is your body. Do what you need to do. Stop being so judgmental. Okay? Stop arguing with people. That's that fire ant card. If you arguing with people about what booster shot you got or you don't got, about being so judgmental and gossiping about, this and that, that is the matrix. It does not matter if you got the shot, if you don't got the shot. It does not matter if you got vaccine passports or not vaccine. All that shit. If you arguing and you gossiping people and you blaming and you pointing fingers, you out of balance. All right. You're also out of balance with this card. You feel like you're running away. And whenever you feel weak and you feel like you're running away, when you run away, this is when you know you're out of balance. And this is what we've forgotten. Okay, this card was pulled about what have we forgotten about being stuck and trapped in the matrix. What have we forgotten about this red pill, blue pill? We've forgotten that there's a choice to be made. Okay, you have to choose to take the red pill. I cannot shove the red pill down your throat, nor should I desire to. Nor should I desire to. I cannot shove the blue pill down your throat. I can't tell you that you're right for taking the blue pill or you're wrong for taking the red pill. I can't tell you any of that. It's not my job. My job is to realize that I am one with you. You are one with me. That there is no division. So when you're out of balance, when you find yourself running away, I want you to literally type in the chat real quick, where are you running away? I want you to literally type in the chat, where in your life are you running away? What are you running from? Are you running from creating, that new masterpiece, that jewelry line that you're going to drop up on your SD page? Okay, I want you to write that. Are you running away from the fact that you're an oracle? And you know what? Reading cards, like this is one of the things that I ran from. This is one of the things that, quite frankly, I seek from other people. It's like, you know what? I've always seen things more abstract. I've always seen life through color. I've always seen life through animals, which is why for me, this oracle deck is way more important than the tarot for me. If I'm being honest, this is the truth. So why did I do everything else prior to this? At one point, this is what I was running from. I was running from my connection with animals. I'm so connected with animals. And I finally sat there and stopped running from it and realized that I can achieve anything. I can come out here live and have this be a part of my reading. This comes natural for me. Okay. So what are you running from? That's when you know when you're out of balance. When you're in balance, you can achieve anything. To bring yourself back into balance, strength training. Go out there and put your body to work. Yesterday, I pulled this card for this reading today. Today, I did it as well. And I'm feeling so much more balanced. I got out of my routine. Like, look, I'm a naturally fit dude. This is just a reality, right? Like, I studied exercise physiology. I really know a human body. But I have my phases. Where, like, this is like I got so dedicated and out of balance with work. I was so tired. I forgot what allows me to sustain the work, and it was strength training. So I got my ass out there and I started doing my jump rope. I started doing something challenging. I hate running, but I went for a run. I went for a jog. I hate running, but I did it. I had to fucking mentally and physically run. I had to physically run a city before I can mentally run the city. You feel me? I had to physically run the world before I can mentally run the world. My own world, my inner world, to remind me that I'm one. All right. I hope that sat well for you. Your boy got to take a mean leak. I wish I didn't have to because I don't want to leave you all. All right. Let me try to see what the message. I stand with you. Bet. I love you. I'm here, Pernell. I love alone. Damn, what did I say to make y'all think I was so alone? I do be alone though. I ain't gonna stunt with you. I be telling myself, Pernell, you gotta go fucking find some friends. Like you gotta have more friends. I do need some more friends sometimes. But then also to accept my season. Aries is going through a 12th house transit. That's isolation. Practice in the flow, live 6 hours from OCMD. I don't know what OCMD is. I can't read much for myself, but I love reading for others. Why can't you read for yourself? I do understand taking a break for your health. Absolutely. Got to do what you need, Zan. Aries, Venus, 8th house. Bang. Wow. Okay, yeah. So you definitely value exploring the dark parts of your own subconscious mind, as well as, when you put Aries anywhere, you think head first. Okay, so diving into the dark, diving into the trauma. You value diving into, all things psychological. Pernell, go do your business. We're chatting. Yeah, because then that way I could really hone in. All right, bang. Oh my God, I had one of those. I had a horse piss. That was. I was like, shit was on flow. Matrix is my favorite movie since I was young. Yeah, because it was helping you dive into that 8th house area joint. I do love you all, honestly. Having community, having tribe, so freaking important. I want to give you guys the overall message. If anybody else want to call in, you got something specific that you want to share, say it in the chat. Let me get your number. We'll call you. We'll put you on speakerphone. What's up, Dominique? You want to call on the hotline? Who want to call on the hotline? Share your piece about the Matrix. Sending massive love to you. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, my eyes just started tearing up. What's that about? Haha. All right, we're going to move into the fourth card out of 5 that I've pulled today. And this was the overall message. And it actually was the hummingbird. All right, it was the hummingbird. Oh, I see this. I see the astro talk in there. Hell yeah, love it. It's an intense life. What it is? Let me see. Sun conjunct Pluto Moon. Okay. Yeah. Opposite Pluto Scorpio rising. Bang. Mercury and Scorpio. Bang. Yeah. Hell yeah, you're all important. Pernell, yo. Can I read myself? I can read myself, but I felt I was invading their privacy. That's why. It's the integrity factor. When you say their privacy, who are you talking about exactly? I would love to at some point visit with kids and listening. All right. So we're going to get you the next oracle card. That wasn't at work. Oh, wow. Look at that. I just opened it and it came right out. I love this card as well. Thank you for that thumb up. I see you out there. I appreciate that thumbs up. Get the word out there for people. Look how beautiful this card is. Look how beautiful this card is. Look how beautiful this card is. You want me to teach you tarot? Yeah, fuck it. Why not? I mean, I got a tarot deck. I happen to start with it was a gift, and it's a very complicated deck to start with, but the person said they believe in me, and I believe in me too. So I'm gonna work with it. I like it a lot. It has I like it because it has astrology involved in the deck that I have, and the Cabal. Okay, it has the Cabal, so it's really, really ancient in its own ways. So the overall message when it comes to the conflicts that we're dealing with, when it comes to stepping out of the matrix, recognizing what your matrix, your individual matrix look like, all right, the subliminal meaning of the movie, to really explain the matrix in this piece, it was like the hermetic deck. I think I got the hermetic. I can get the deck and show you. Yeah, actually, it is the hermetic deck, bro. Hell yeah, it is. It's red, right? The box is red. Yeah, you're right on point. Hell yeah. This card is going to explain this last piece when it came to this movie. I just remember when Neo had touched Trinity's hand, and then there was this fucking explosion, and it felt so freeing for me to see that, because I was able to really step back into it's like, look, I am a life path 11. This is the simple reality. I benefit from partnership. That 2 energy within me, I'm a 2-9-11. That 2 energy with me is like, I do come the most alive in partnership. This is the real reality. I do not want to deny or pretend or act like I'm too big, I'm too tough for love. Like, let's be real. It's like, fuck all that. It's like, I watch myself every single time come the most alive in relationships. My entire chart speaks about relation, marriage. I'm literally moving to Portugal because I have on my astrocartography chart Portugal, Lisbon, Portugal, as one of the places where partnerships is going to play a major role. Okay, business, romantic, and platonic, and it's going to boost me. And I'm going to Lisbon, Portugal, 2022. That's my next place I'm moving. So anybody want to pull up in Portugal, let your boy know. Come see me in Portugal. All right. So I'm gonna read those comments in a second. Here's the overall energy I got about the hummingbird. It's about being positive. It's about being enthusiastic. And this is the most important part. It's about being spiritually resourceful. Okay, that was the most important part. Spiritually resourceful. And I've also had the squirrel come to me, and the squirrel is like, yo, go ahead and collect your nuts for the winter. Okay, go ahead and stack up for the winter. Collect all the resources you have. Understand you're resourceful. Understand, like the horse energy said, you cannot be defeated, baby. You cannot be defeated, baby. All right. So inside the tiny hummingbird resides an endless well of energy and positivity. Think about how fast that the wings of the hummingbird flaps. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so fast. Unlimited energy. How much energy it take? How much you got to eat, but homie, to keep the wings going like that, and it stays positive. The hummingbird secret is that it has learned where to gather nectar and return to these sources daily for nourishment and rejuvenation. This is what it means to be spiritually resourceful. Do you know what your well looks like? Okay. Do you know where your well is, and do you know what your well is supplying? When I say your well, I'm talking about the well you dig, you grab your water, right? Let's count that as like your spiritual resourcefulness. Do you know what that nectar is for you in your life? If I try to think about for myself, um, honestly, that nectar is in putting my feet into the grass. Like this is one of the simplest things, but it's just the quickest way that I can connect myself back with myself. Honestly, put my feet in the grass or put my feet in the ocean. So I'm going to San Diego next week. I'm so happy to put my feet on that sand, baby, and put my feet in that water. Because when I get into that water, I can connect. I can connect with myself and my emotions and my intuition on a whole nother level. So it's like this is a part of my spiritual resourcefulness. Like give yourself time to understand what is your personal nectar. Okay. And I want you guys to type in what is your nectar. Okay. What is your nectar? And when I say your nectar, what I mean is where do you go and return to? What source do you return to for nourishment and rejuvenation? And it might just be your bed. Like it might just be your bed. Sometimes you just gotta go hit that bed, like bang. All right, and that's cool. But the hummingbird secret is that it's learned where to gather that nectar. Okay, it knows its source. It knows how to nourish itself, how to rejuvenate. This sacred elixir, thank you guys for those thumbs up. I appreciate you. This sacred nectar springs from many sources, but usually it involves nature, creativity, and exploring spirituality. Okay, we have Scorpio in the South Node January 18th. So, Scorpio is a very spiritual placement, all right? It's very much involved in seeing the unseen, all right? Seeing people to their core, all right? Their real spiritual body. I just saw something, I don't know what it was. Their real spiritual body. I didn't actually see anything, but I felt somebody over there. What's up, whoever you are? All right. Um, and collectively, our collective destiny, we're stepping out of being so secretive. Okay, this is what's happening with Scorpio South. We're stepping out of being so secretive about the unseen, about connecting with other people. Okay, Scorpio is an interpersonal sign. It's in the middle for zodiac. It's an interpersonal sign. It needs other people. Don't ever be fooled. But Scorpio tries to pretend that it doesn't want. It does want soul level connections. Okay, it does want the deepness. It does want that deep. Give me your soul or nothing at all. And if you break it, you die. It does have that intensity to it. I won't lie to you. However, we're stepping out of being so private about our desire for companionship. Like, let's be fucking real. Our desire to express ourselves sexually. This is the first card that we got. To be able to express your sexual desires, to be able to express what creatively sparks your engine, baby. It's like, look, you got a husband, you got a wife, you want to try that new thing? This is a good time to go ahead and do that, to try more tantric practices, because North Node and Taurus is saying stepping out of the shadow of hiding our desires sexually, stepping out of the shadows of what our creativity looks like. Scorpio is one of the most creative signs in the zodiac. The issue is it keeps its creativity all to itself. It stays so private, okay? It never really lets you know. I had dated somebody with a Scorpio in the fifth house, okay, the house of creativity, the house of joy. And it's like, I was literally dating this girl, like literally over like 2 years. She has so many hidden hobbies where we be in certain interactions and somebody would ask questions and she'd be like, she'll show this painting. I'm like, when the fuck did you have this painting? Like, when do you, like, why have I never seen this? I would have loved to have seen it. And I'm a big ass cheerleader. So I would have been like, yeah, show me more, baby. Like, I want to see more, baby. And she never showed me her creative talents. Like, she would hide so many different things. So what's happened in South Node, we're all stepping out of the hiding what makes us so creative, hiding what makes us so sexually adaptive and expressive. And we're gonna start expressing what we desire. Okay, we're gonna start telling people like, no, I don't want you to touch me there. I want you to suck my toes. whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know people that like that toe sucking. I ain't really on that way, but I have sucked a toe before in my life. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have sucked a seduction, like a sensual toe before. I ain't gonna sit there and stunt. So to be able to go out there and be more revealing with a part, this parts of ourselves. Okay. Um, but back to this hummingbird card, the spiritual resourcefulness, being positive, being enthusiastic. Understand what are the many sources, because like I said, it says many sources, right? So me putting my feet in the grass, that's just one source that I gain my spiritual resources from. Another one is legit isolation. Okay. Another one, believe it or not, is communication in networking type environment. So like I do learn more about myself, about my spiritual self through conversation. ENFPs, I think I saw somebody on here was an ENFP. Pernell, I told you that in private. What, the toe sucking thing? Because I'm talking about me sucking toes. What you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about. But I didn't say any names if I called you out. My bad. I want to truly become one with a partner. Hell yeah, the Matrix hurts oneness in relationships. Hell yeah. And this this was my tearing up inside internally. When I watched that movie, I'm telling you, when Neo and Trinity's hand, when they touched, they were all about to die. And they touched hands, that shit said boom. And I felt that in my soul. This is why we interact with twin flame dynamics. They remind us of the 333. Twin flame also always comes with the angel number 333, okay? And that 333 is mind, body, spirit. We just went through that portal. The portal will accelerate you into your oneness, okay? Especially this particular one. It accelerates the oneness within all of us. When we all step through that bitch, we all felt the shift. I know each and every one of you have been waking up at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. You've been restless as fuck, but maybe you don't know why. We have stepped into and out of the division, the illusion of the division. All right. And so to finish this card off, follow the hummingbird, and you cannot go wrong. Every droplet of life becomes sweet. Every moment worth saving. When you're in balance, this is what you're going to feel. You're going to feel smart. You're going to feel curious. And you're going to love to learn. Okay? You're going to feel smart. You're going to feel curious. And you're going to love to learn. I love learning. When you're out of balance, you're going to be pushy. You're going to be insistent. And you're going to be sharp. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have these spikes on you. And it's like, people can't touch you. People can't be around. You're going to be sharp. You're going to be pushy. You're going to be insistent. Thank you guys for those likes. I see 88 on screen. Run it. And to bring yourself into balance, take a class. And this is what I tell people. It's like, look, one, I'm going to say this again. Book an astrology reading with me. That is considered a class on yourself. It's like, all of us read astrology on here, right? But it's like, when you're looking at the lens like this, you can't see how expansive, how lovely the world is when we're looking at ourselves so close, because we're generally looking at ourselves very critically. We're very judgmental of ourselves. We are our worst critics, right? So it's like when we're looking at ourselves like this, it's really hard to see. So it's like, book a reading with me. And if it's not that, come to workshops. I run these workshops twice a month, okay? On new moons and on full moons. Come to the workshops. This is when you're now on a donation base, you're able to connect with other people. Take a class. This is how you bring yourself to balance. This is how you stay curious. This is how you, this is the hummingbird. This is the overall energy of us when it comes to the matrix and stepping out of the illusion of division. Okay? Thinking I have to do it all by myself. Thinking that I have to love only myself. It's like, yeah, great. You do need to love yourself to attract a person, but then still be willing to receive when that person pulls up on you, and be willing to lose, be willing to fail, be willing for the relationship not to work. This is what I'm so happy about with myself in this previous relationship I was in. I was willing to fail, no matter what the outcome is, no matter what happens. When I really look at it, it's like I got so much compassion, I got so much love for this person. I genuinely do. It's like all I can sit there and think of is how fucking grateful I am, how much I've transformed when I just let go of all of the bullshit illusion. When I let go and check in with the masculine energy, the reality. It's like, you know what? All of us act from wounds, and that's okay. It's more important for us to stop judging our wounds so critically. Like, yes, you are a spiritual being living a human experience. You feel me? Like exploding versus impacting. Bang. I like it. I don't know what we're talking about, exploring for impact, but I like it. It just made me like stand out. Blue, how do you transmute negative energy? Also just drop All Is Well, Spotify on Tune, expressing my desires. Hey everybody, go check out Sincerely Sylvia. You know, that's how you throw the support out there. That's how you throw the support and the creativity. She just dropped something on Spotify and iTunes, expressing the desires and the truth. Check her out. Can you Sylvia, can you drop a specific link in here? I don't know if they allow you to do that. I think I have that blocked off. How can you send that link to me so I can drop it? Yo, I'm gonna try to find the link. What do I need to search? Do I need to just search your name? And I'll drop that link in here and people can check the music out. Going outside barefoot is better any nap you could take. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I have dirt in my basement. It's 30 degrees here. Yeah, I feel you. Blue Flame, what's your rising sign? Man, I know. Bang, 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 bang. Split houses. Bang, bang, bang. It's windy as hell here. I love the dirt in the basement. You are definitely right. All right. So the last card that we got, and before I go there, I want to just tap you guys in one more time and just balance ourselves out. Feel free to sit upright, tap in with the sound, listen to my voice, and I'll guide you. Get the first one out. Just tap in with the frequency. Notice the subtle shifts in your body and your mind. And let go. Relax your jaw, baby. Let go of the tension. Notice your ears melting, your eyes getting heavy. Notice the cadence of your beat. As you soften your breath, come back. Come back to oneness, mind, body, and spirit. Express love for your journey. Realize you're not alone. Realize you're not alone. Realize you're not alone. You want to do a collab? I'm down to collab. All is well. Liddy Freak. Okay, bang. All is well, but Liddy Freak. Bang. All right, I'm going to try to do a quick. I don't have Spotify or iTunes. Push. All right, I want to do record. I see you here. I'm going to find a link. Oh, little freak or little Greek? No. Why did they tell me little Greek? I said freak, baby. I mean, little freak. Let me try to get this link. Bang, 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 bang. All is well, little freak. Spotify. Get this direct link. Okay, freak. Spotify. I'm gonna drop this in here. Oh, I think I seen like 41K. Hey, what it do, baby? All right. Let me know if this link is not the one. This is the one that pulled up. That way, people were able to go ahead and open up a separate window, throw some support out there for the tribe. All right, here we go. I'll be starting videos back this new year. My older videos a week in comparison. I just saw this and dropped out of it live. You crazy? Yo, if you on here, Missy, I just got a message. I just saw this and probably live. You crazy? I'm about to call her right now. What's up, Dominique? I just dropped the phone. No. All right, here we go. I sent you my cell. You can contact at will. Absolutely. Bang. Title. Amazon, TikTok. Okay, great. So thank you guys for those likes, those thumbs up. Check out. I hope I dropped the right one. I see 41K monthly listeners. Fuck yeah. I'm glad to see that. I'm gonna check that out. And I thank you for sharing. Thank you for being bold. Just going out there and spreading your message, spreading what you know you love. You know what I'm saying? You know you love it. You know you love it. So love it. All right, here's the bonus message for the Matrix. Here we go. This is the last card. This is the 1 out of 5. And I saw this dragonfly when, I'm gonna tell you when I saw this dragonfly. I had to write it down in my note because I didn't want to forget it. I had to write it down in my note. Um, let me check in. Uh, yo, what did? Oh crap, guys, I gotta go. I got a client meeting in 40 minutes. All right, so I'm not gonna be able to do that live. I got to give you this last message. I really enjoy being on here, but I do have a client meet coming up. I got an astrology therapy session with somebody at 1, and I was like, oh shit, it's already 1. I ain't even eat breakfast yet. We didn't even have breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? My boy Ralph Smart leading the way. All right, here we go. Here's your last message. This is the bonus message for this reading when it comes to the Matrix. Noticing that the first card you guys had, okay, was the Serpent. All right. The first one was the Serpent. This is the rebirth. This is the conflict we're facing, and it's basically not allowing that rebirth, not allowing our emotional traumas to heal, and not expressing our desires. That was the conflict keeping us trapped in the Matrix. And then the second card about the conflict and what needed to be remembered and really respected was the fire ant. All right, rigid thinking, aggression, following orders. Okay, this is being trapped. Like follow your own orders, and trying to pretend that there's a certain person or a certain situation that's not getting to you. Okay, understand that if there's not a certain person or situation that's getting to you, don't lie to yourself. This is the key. When you're in balance, you're being thoughtful, you're being disciplined. When you're out of balance, you're arguing, you got excess heat coming out. All right, this is a fire card, and you're feeling gossipy. If you want to bring this in balance, take some time alone to yourself and find yourself taking walks at night. Realize that this card, when it pulls up, this is the thing. Like when we see this pull up, it means that we're attracting people that feed our imbalances rather than people that counter them. So right now, today, you guys are helping me to counter these imbalances within myself. So thank you. Understand, like, what have we forgotten? This is the next card. As I move to number 5, it's the third out of 5. It was, what have we forgotten? We've forgotten momentum has a very powerful role in our lives. When you on the run, sometimes you got to run with the run, baby. When you going fast, sometimes you got to just go fast. Understand that not everybody's going to be able to run with you. You feel me? A horse can't really carry more than one person. It shouldn't be trying. It might be able to carry 2 at max. You feel me? That's you and your partner. Okay, that's you and your partner at max. So respect the momentum, respect the freedom, respect the expansive energy that is within you, the force that is within you, and understand that you cannot be defeated. This is what we got. This is what we forgot. We can't be defeated. Okay, defeat looks like believing that you're all alone. Defeat looks like you ain't got nobody in your corner to help. Defeat looks like nobody cares about you. Defeat looks like you believing that you don't want love. Defeat looks like believing the illusion of the separation altogether. Defeat looks like not accepting oneness, being mind, body, and spirit. If any one of those 3 are out of balance, the other has to overcompensate. Okay, this is what we've forgotten. All right, so when you see the horse pull up, realize that you can achieve anything. Realize that you never give up. Okay, no matter how grim, no matter how dark shit gets, never give up. And when you're out of balance, you're running away and you feel weak. So are you feeling weak? Are you feeling like running away? That's when you're out of balance. Strength training. This is physical activation, okay, physical activity as well as meditation, mental focus, and physical endurance, physical stamina gets you in balance. That's what we've forgotten, that we really got to take care of his body on Earth. This is a master of Earth, okay? We have to take care of our physical body. Who wants to ride that skinny horse that looks like it's about to keel over? You feel me? If that horse wasn't taking care of his body, wasn't feeding itself, it's hard to keep up the momentum. They don't have the stamina to really run the long race to achieve the long-term goal. This is what we've forgotten. We've forgotten that we can't lose as long as we don't give up. And to balance it, strength train. The overall energy of this entire oracle message when it comes to the Matrix and how to get out of it and what it is and everything is to recognize that when you're in balance, you're feeling smart, you're feeling curious, and you love to learn. Okay? When you're out of balance, you're feeling pushy, you're feeling insistent, you're feeling sharp, right? And people don't want to be around you. To bring this into balance, take a class. All right? Understand that you have many resources from the spiritual elixir. Okay? When it comes to exploring spirituality, work with nature, work with creativity. Understand that you can't go wrong as long as you follow this hummingbird. And life becomes sweet with every moment. Now, the last card that I had got yesterday happened when I said exactly this. I got to show you what I said, which is what reminded me that I got this therapy session coming up. So your boy needs to. I got about 5 minutes before I get off this and get on to my next call or so. So, but bear with me. Thank you for those thumbs up. I might give you this message because I wrote it down when I saw the dragonfly. I wrote it down. All right. I wish that equality was real, but it's not. That's what I said when I saw the dragonfly. Okay. I wish that equality was real, but it's not. Now, what do I mean by that? I'm talking masculine energy and feminine energy specifically. This was the thought of my mind, where as a male, I have a predominant amount of, it's not as, I don't have a predominant amount of masculine energy because I'm a male. I am a life path 11. That's a double one. That's a masculine energy. And I do share with the 1-1, it equates back to a 2. I do share pretty much an equal sense of feminine energy. Now, with that being said, all of my strongest astrological placements as well are Aries, Gemini, Leo, Aquarius, masculine energy. Okay, I do have some Scorpio, some Cancer, and stuff. I have that feminine as well, but it's like I'm primarily a masculine figure. Very clear-minded when I'm in balance. Okay, and a lot of my life, I won't lie to you, like I've came back past life, feminine energy. Okay, Cancer, 8th house, past life, where a lot of my subjective feelings would dictate my life path. It would dictate my actions. It would dictate who I would have sex with, when I wouldn't have. It would dictate too much, and it was all based off of something that was just out of control. Okay, when you have chaos and you don't have the borders to maintain that chaos, you don't have the grounding to put that chaotic feminine energy, which is healing and nurturing and messy and lovely and wild and awesome. Okay, without the masculine borders, it just becomes death. Okay, you just die. Literally, it is now a weapon when you just have chaos without any order. So what am I saying? Okay, what I'm saying is that question I said that I recognized yesterday. I've been reading this book as well. It's called The Superior Man. That I wish equality was real, but it's not. I used to always believe that equality was really, really real. That men are equal to women and women are equal to men. But this is the real reality. Like it's just not equal. And I feel like us trying to pretend that it is has created this disbalance. A disbalance that needed to happen. Okay, there was a phase where it needed to happen because women needed to step more into their masculine energy at a point, and men needed to step more into their feminine energy at a point. Now I believe, right, males predominantly were in masculine energy up front. Right? If you wasn't, you were like, you were gay, you were this, you were that, you were all these other things that are just not real. And women were predominantly in their feminine energy. And then life started to go like this, and then women went all the way into their masculine, and then it became very fucking toxic. And males went all the way into their feminine, and they became emasculated and little pussies on grand stage. And then it's like, okay, this is what happening now. And it's like part of me wants to really accept the equality of this. Right? I wanted it so long to be here. I wanted to believe so long that it was here, but it's not true. It's not true. It's not true. And why this a play for me when I seen this dragonfly card, I'm going to read it for you, is as the male, let's just say, predominant masculine energy, when it comes to relationship, I realize that I have to choose. I have to choose my woman. I cannot allow my woman to continue to just choose me by just not making any decision. No, I need to choose my partner. I need to clear-minded commit. No matter if she gets over emotional, no matter if she goes through abandonment issues and yada yada yada. Like I need to be able to choose the objectivity and to be a pillar for my woman. Period. I need to not allow my own personal emotions to be enmeshed with her chaotic emotional energy. I can't allow that. Okay? Because then I'm getting away from my purpose. And no woman wants a male who does not understand and commits and dedicates to his purpose. That does not mean that I do not use emotional intelligence to dive back in and be able to love this woman, whoever she is, from a place of strength rather than need. Now, what does that look like? A place of strength rather than need is I have my own frame. I've created my frame. I have my mission. I have my purpose. And my purpose has to be bigger than the relationship itself. And I have to allow the space for my feminine energy within myself, which is predominantly in this life, run the majority of my life. I have to allow mine to fucking settle and balance out and tame that shit, quite frankly, and allow my woman to be a woman, allow her to be chaos, allow her to be nurturing, allow her to want to like show the affection, show the love, be feminine, let's just say, be nurturing. I had to let go of that on the left and allow her to do that on the right so that I can stay focused on my mission. Because I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you right now, no woman wants a man who will do everything she says, even if it goes against his purpose, especially if it goes against his purpose. Where she might even complain of like, you're not giving me enough time. Yeah. Whatever it is, the male cannot, I think he needs to take in what she's saying, but he needs to make the decision for himself regardless. Because in order for her to feel safe and secure, she needs to know very clearly that you are a prime grade A supply of masculine energy who can really handle her fucking chaos. No matter how overly emotional she gets, no matter how fucking dramatic she becomes, no matter how hedonistic she may be, it's like, and I had to do this really in my last relationship. It was like, look, like I had to cut off time. It was like, look, there are certain times that as much as I love sex, there are moments where I'm like, this is not priority. I have to allow her to be able to explore these hedonistic pleasures. And there are moments when I also have to allow, think of any great leader, think of the Moses right now in the moment. It's like he would not have sex with his wife in certain instances because he knew that he needed to save that life force energy for the mission, okay, for the purpose, which is bigger than the relationship itself. So I saw this card yesterday, and this is part of what I mean. And this goes expansively, but I do got this next AstroTherapy session. So I wish I could keep talking about that a little bit more. But I'm gonna read this card for the dragonfly. I saw the dragonfly when I said this out loud, and it was like, boop, hit me in the head, right? Now, this dragonfly is a master of light. It also brings illusion in the mind. Okay, the dragonfly is an ancient and ethereal creature. This is a wind card, by the way. So it sees things from a higher vantage point. Okay, it sees things, it's able to look down, and has a bigger, broader scope, bigger, broader vision. And thank you all for the likes. Thank you for. I didn't see too much in the comments. The sun is coming in, so it's like making the screen a little harder to read. But I'll get into it in a second. The dragonfly is an ancient and ethereal creature that awakens a sense of wonder and awe. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind, as it is always moving, shifting, and shimmering and changing. When the dragonfly card appears, it's worth considering the quality of your mind and perception. This is the matrix we're talking about. Matrix is just perception. It's like, look, like, you know, I can get you to believe whatever the fuck I want you to believe, and you believe it. And that perception becomes your exact reality. It does not make it an objective truth. It just means that I'm fucking smart and I got you to buy the fucking truth that I wanted you to believe, which ain't objective. It's subjective because it probably benefits me. This is where we got to check in with the matrix and the design of being in this computerized living where we're jacked in. Okay, you got the jack in the back of your head and you're living out this idealistic reality, which brings you so much misery deep down inside because you know that there's more. Deep down inside, you know that there's more. Deep down inside, you know that there's more. Nobody wants to live always knowing that there's more. Part of the matrix, what the analyst has said as part of the matrix, he was saying that, like, you know, people don't want to be empowered. They want to be controlled. Why? Because when you're controlled, you don't have to make decisions. Think about the military. You know what I'm saying? People that often, the majority, not everybody, but the bulk of people that go to the military, what's happening? They don't know how to make a decision for themselves. So they rather be told what to do. This is the matrix. Choosing someone else to control your life rather than accepting the responsibility that comes with all that fucking power to be able to be strong enough, be willing enough to make the decisions for yourself. This is what we are stepping into. Listen. I almost wish I didn't have this therapy session because I just feel like spitting shit today. All right, here we go. Think about your mind right now. Is it restless or is it still? Is your mind restless or is it still? Is it dreamlike or is it crystal clear? Okay. I think dreamlike, I think Pisces energy, ideal, rose-colored glasses. All right. Or is it clear? What I just told you about masculine energy for me, that's me coming from a clear space. My clear space tells me that equality is not real between man and woman. It doesn't exist. That's my clear space telling me that. My dream world tells me, oh no, we're equal. That's my dream. That's an ideal. That's not really real. Like when I really take it apart and I really look at it, it's like with a clear mind. All right. But not everybody wants to hear that shit, including myself. All right. The situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance. And you see this card. The dragonfire mind is to calm the mind so that the light of wisdom can shine through. When you're in balance, you can see clearly. So this dragonfly came in and I felt still, honestly. In that moment, I felt still. I didn't feel restless. And I was seeing clearly that like I need to choose my woman. I need to accept my purpose and not let kids, fucking some random skank, a real love of mine, family, nothing. Nothing can take me from my purpose. All right. You're feeling joyful, you're feeling magical. I'm fucking feeling magical today. All right, here we go. When it's out of balance, you can't concentrate and your mind is busy. Now, I won't lie, there's been some in-between times, like my mind was busy. All right? I won't sit there and lie. But when all that happened, what it was for me was exactly what this card said. And I didn't see this until I saw it. I had naturally went to my breath. I naturally was like, P, you flying a little too high because it's an air energy. So it's up here. Okay, seeing things objectively. It's up here. It's air. Sometimes it needs grounding. All right? To bring yourself into grounding, focus on your breath. So even right now, while you're on the side of the camera, I want you to just notice your breath. I'm going to do one look through the chats. It's a good time to get out whatever you want to say. I do have my therapy session coming up with somebody who booked a reading with me. So I want to take extra time to bring myself back down so I can give them the real me, the stable me. But I'm coming in off from this high energy. It's 33 feminine. I don't know. I wish I could be honest and tell you that I know that. But I mean, a 3 is masculine, but then the 6 is feminine. So I think it is the root to femininity is to accept change, objectivity, and being able to be adaptable with a clear mind to resolve problems in a mutable way will bring you to your support system and to your health. For Samir, if you're still here, I think from a masculine energy, I think source from a masculine feminine energy balance. Hell yeah, Sylvia. Would you say Scorpio is masculine or feminine? Naturally, they say it's masculine. I mean, naturally, Scorpio is feminine. They say that fire and air are masculine, but Libra is feminine. No, Libra is masculine. So Libra is masculine energy. All right, it's the opposite side of Aries. Aries is also masculine. Libra is a masculine energy. Libra is not feminine. Now, here's the irony. In ancient astrology, Libra and Scorpio were one. There's a story about Libra and Scorpio that split apart, and eventually Scorpio became the feminine side of it. All right, Mars still being a masculine presence, where Scorpio is in domain with Mars. Oh, my beard looking shiny. Hey, okay. But there's a story about Libra and Scorpio have being one, and eventually it split apart, and the two of them together creates the balance of Libra, if you will, the masculine and the feminine. But masculine energy is coming in with Libra, feminine energy is coming in with Scorpio. That's why Libra is able to be very objective, and it doesn't allow its personal feelings to make decisions. It weighs out all the facts. It weighs out all of the information that is processed through communication with other people, and then it makes a very fair and just decision. I've been went bonkers otherwise. The Cap Moon of mine, boom. That's why I'm booking a reading. Need to understand the balance of my chart. Hell yeah, Elijah. That'd be such an honor, honestly, you know. coming back, people from university, you know what I'm saying? Like literally from college, studying a major that really like I'm grateful. Like I study exercise physiology, and I'm grateful that it plays a role. Like the human body is one of the biggest barriers to spirituality. Like, you know, quite frankly, when you're fucking fat, when you're eating out and you're eating shit, it's like your spiritual powers are blocked. Let's just be honest. Pineal glands calcified. So it's like I'm very grateful because it was beneficial. So definitely take that reading with me. I'll be excited. That's my desire, Pernell. What's the desire? Did I miss something? The cat moving my. All right. What did I miss? 6 kids in the house. Ow. This number 6 has been coming up a lot. Thank you guys for the likes and shares. I appreciate you for that thumbs up. I'm gonna have to hide in the bathroom so I can listen. I've been needing to connect to other like minds and hearts. I absolutely agree. What's your name, Waking Gaia? Real talk, yes, bang. That's what we all desire as women. Hell yeah. But forced to step into the masculine energy out of survival. Yes, but that is going away. That force of having to be in the masculine out of survival is going away. And I'm going to make sure of it because, you know what, I'll be honest, I wasn't always looking to take a role. I was primarily supporting women from just being, you know, who and how they are. And I kind of brought into the Matrix narrative that I was supporting women, but in a way that wasn't helping them in the way that I thought, you know. I was finding myself becoming an enabler of some of their toxic behaviors. And that was one of the matrices, one of the illusions that I had to wake up from and realize that me stepping more into my masculine energy, I was able to so easily take in and express and share and exchange emotions with them. But I recognized in what ways I was enabling rather than just being that clear-minded pillar who didn't really need to do much but be stable and be there. So I will say that I'm fully taking charge on divine masculine energy, and I'm telling you, the moment that I made the decision is also the moment that I know that we're all stepping that much closer to oneness. Because if I ever set a goal out, that shit gets knocked out of the park. So you're not going to be in that survival energy much longer, especially not from my behalf. That's why we all desire as women. Yeah. Yes, Lord. Yes, women are taking on the 4th house role and 10th house role. Yeah. And know that the women are actually connected to 10th house, and the mother's connected to the 10th house, and father's connected to the 4th house. I found that really interesting because I would naturally think 4th house was the mother, right, and part of Cancer, but it's actually the father. Man is the 10th. Oh, see, yeah, boom, yeah. See, I felt the same. I was confused as well a little bit. But no, the man is the 4th house. The man is the 4th house. It's really awkward. I don't have the time to explain that right now because I do got this call, but I will one day. Ask me again. Yeah, it has to be equal. I have Saturn. Where did I see? Shit jumped. Where'd he go? Oh man, there's a lot of messages. Okay, 4th, 10th house. Hit the thumbs up. Bang. Mars and Capricorn. Bang. Saturn and 7. Okay, there go challenges, long-term challenges in relationships. It's gonna take a long time. It's gonna take a while. You gotta really learn what you want for Saturn and Taurus and the 7. When it comes to partnership, it takes a long time to figure out what you want, but when you know it, you're gonna hit it. Taurus always hits his mark. It just takes a long time to discover what the method is to get there. Being so connected to the cosmos, learning that language is natural. Bang. Aqua 23 degree. Yep, that's Gemini and Virgo. Just want to say keep doing your thing. Reading was on point. Check. Yep, it's feminine. Boom. That makes sense. Bang. Yes, I'm Libra Sun. Whoop. I have sociology degree in criminology. Gang. Toxic femininity has been horrid to the global rising. Absolutely. It fucking needs to stop. I have videos on that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the thumbs up. If you're looking to get a reading, just check in my description on this video. I do got this reading now. I gotta go. I hate to do it, but we just did 2 hours and 20 minutes live. Hella love for all of you. I see 69 on screen. Gang, sex. All right, let me see how many votes we got on this. And 14 votes. Primarily people thinking and saying that they're out of the matrix. Gang, for those of you that are saying you're out of the matrix, out of these 14 votes, just remember this: that at any point you can unconsciously hop back into the matrix. And that's a very critical thing. Never be so high, and I'm talking to myself, never be so high that you think you can't get back in the matrix even after you escape. Because that's the bigger danger, right? You don't crash your car when you first start driving. You crash your car when you think you're a fucking expert driver. You feel me? You feel me? Like, you've done it so much. That's when you crash. It's on autopilot, right? When you already the guru of some shit, you already mastered some shit. That mastering mentality really gets people fucked up. How do I escape? You follow the advice of everything on the oracle message that we talked about today, from the sea serpent all the way to the dragonfly and everything in between. What's the matrix? Matrix is you not living your reality for yourself. Okay, you taking and following orders, not asking questions, not being curious, not being willing to learn, not being willing to accept that you don't know everything, and not being willing to connect with people. And the matrix is thinking that you're separate from everybody else and that you're all alone in this world. And it's having your mind, your body, and your spirit not being tapped. No, I'm in the matrix. Hey, you know what? There's a certain power behind being able to sit there and say that, no, I'm in the matrix, because it also says that you have awareness that you're in the matrix. So that's cool, because awareness is really the first key to liberation. If you're not aware of something, then you really can't stop it, can you? This is Pernell Bobby, your AstroTherapist, helping you to improve your response to suffering. Okay, improve. I had to change that from master. Improve your response to suffering. I'm not here to help you master anything, but I'm here to help you be a constant improvement to your life. This is my Virgo 10th house, constant improvement on the polar scale. I'm looking for constant improvement through analyzation, okay, through dissecting information, so that you can manage and improve your response to suffering, okay? How you respond to suffering. Suffering exists, it's here, it ain't going nowhere, and nor do you want it to. If all suffering ended today, life would cease to have any color, any flavor, all right? It would just suck. And I love this beautiful fucking mess called society, living, loving. I love that I got my heart broken so many times. It makes me feel alive. All right, baby. I'll see y'all.